cringe us? Do not be like that. Come on. Come on, we're not cringe. Are we?
Like a little bit.
Little voice. Little voice just coming through. Hello, chat. Hi. Hello. I hope you're all doing very well today, and yeah, we can be a little cringe as a treat. Don't worry about it. How are you doing today, Anya?
I am alive. I survived the hurricane.
Hmm.
It was very mild where I lived. It was kind of nothing.
Do not say anything if you're gonna spoil something. I think I know exactly what you're going to mention. Don't worry, I'll bring it up later. Or say it later a little bit, but yeah. Also, I've been quite well myself today. I've been reading Fate's Strange Fake, which I am not going to mention anything about. But I'm so fucking hype. There's someone behind me. Don't worry about it. And hello, Watchdog in chat.
Hurricane spoilers, exactly.
Hurricane spoilers. It thankfully passed Anya by.
It passed me by. Canada's still gotta grapple with it.
Yep. There's like a bug or something on my shoulder. Don't worry about it. It's just a little mini chassis of Anya.
It's like the little doll Ronnie.
But since we have been a little bit late, I'm just gonna switch over to Fate mode, and I'm gonna just start things up. How do you feel about that?
I feel great.
Always nice to see Saku popping in to say hi. She's a creature. What can you do about it? Why is it not showing up? Hello, game? I'm shaking my OBS right now, wait. There we go. Just have to shake it a little bit. And send share screen with Anya. There we go. That should be good for you. That is good for me.
Is this good for you?
Mm-hmm. And there we go. Everything good? Everything looks good on your end? Everything
should be good.
Perfect. So
if it isn't, that's gonna be embarrassing, I suppose.
So, in the last episode, we actually finally learned Saber's identity, and we had a big flashback to her life. And it was so fucking cool. Does the main menu music remind anyone of Metroid Prime? Huh. I don't think I played Metroid Prime.
I've never played a Metroid game in my life.
Unless
you count Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Last time on Fate, Ryder got fucking obliterated. Yeah, this was something mentioned by... Yeah, I do remember you, Garlic Bread. This was something mentioned by, I think, Feifei after the stream. When we were chatting. We just, kind of glozed over it, but Ryder just got fucked. She was one line of dialogue in the middle of Excalibur being released, and we just didn't think about it. She just fucking died there.
Yeah, she got exploded. I believe it explicitly said that at the very least Pegasus was cleaved clean in half.
Yeah. F-Best girl.
Rest in peace, my BDSM dagger wife.
When I awaken from the dream, I'm in my own room. It's light outside. It seems that last night I returned to my room without making a decision and fell asleep looking for Saber. That dream... That was a strange dream. Events I have no way of knowing, and the side of a Saber I do not know. Do people dream about things like that? But that sort of was definitely different from the one she had, wasn't it? I idly ponder over it. Saber's identity that had been uncertain. Truthfully, I still can't accept who she really is. Saber is Saber. I can change my attitude towards her, and I don't think that's what she wants either. But it suited you, didn't it, Saber? The sword from last night did suit her, but the sword that I saw in my dream suited her as well. No, you could say that I was entranced by it. Between the sword last night and the sword in my dream, it seems I have a weakness for swords. When I saw Lancer's spear, I thought that it was beautiful too, but the feeling I have towards swords is on a different level from that. Somehow it seems I have a personality that makes it easy for me to fall in love with things called swords.
I've never related more to a single sentence of prose in my life.
Also, slightly homoerotic subtext, you know?
There's a little bit of, like, sword appreciation that I think is a bit subtextual. More transmask energy, TBH.
I have a weakness to swords, Kay? Yeah. Leave the boy, he just likes swords, don't worry. Well, I guess it's not like that just started now. I take a deep breath and reach my hand up to my sweat-drenched forehead. Anyway, it's kinda hot, huh? I wipe the sweat from my brow. Even though it's winter, my body is burning. It seems like the temperature of my blood is up or something, and it won't come down. What is this? Ever since I saw Saber's sword, my body has been weirdly hot. It's almost like my left hand with the command spell engraved upon it is clutching a heat pack. It's almost like when Tosaka made me swallow that jewel, like I'm itchy or like I want to get up and run around. I take a deep breath and calm my heart. Saber's still asleep, huh? Saber's sword foot about to send this boy into heat!
God damn it.
I loved you. I loved you so much, chat. I love that I do not even have to say it. You do it for me.
We can just be quiet and, like, giggle, and then we'll have, like, the zingers in about 10 seconds.
Saber's still asleep, huh? Saber hasn't woken up once since last night. Even so, it seems like her condition is improving. Her breathing has calmed down and there's no sign of any painful gasping. Saber is sleeping peacefully. That's a morning scene unchanged from how things have been until now. Maybe like this. If I let her sleep, Saber will go back to how she was. In that case, there won't be any need to make Saber kill anyone. And Saber can stay with me just like she has been until now. What kind of selfish thing? I punch the wall, just... My own weakness makes me sick. I'm the one who's made Saber like this. What am I thinking after I did that? I get up, trying to keep from making any sound. I don't know when Saber is going to wake up. Before she does, I have to decide what course I'm going to take. I guess Tosaka hasn't gotten up yet. There's no energy in the house and the hallway is like a ruin. No, it's just simply that I'm depressed. Hey, Toms! You're gonna go watch the bot to the previous stream, then the bot to this one. Anyway, have fun. Hope it goes well, hon. Enjoy. The world is just vague because I'm wandering through the grey, unable to choose one way or another. Huh? Just now I heard the sound of something slicing through the air. Again, it's coming from the garden. I remember that sound I heard just now. Yeah. I don't feel like making breakfast, so let's take a stroll and see what it was. Outside is a few degrees colder than usual. Okay, no. Okay, listen. I've been thinking about this since a long while ago, but does anyone else find it just as funny as me that every single time there's been a, like, it's cold? Well, for Yuki, like, winters are not that cold, but it's cold. Like it's always cold, but it's always like, usually it's not really cold, or it's not that cold, but it's cold, you know?
We're told that it's not always cold, and then we are shown that it is always cold.
Yeah, exactly. It's been cold the entire time, and every single time it's been like, well, but usually it's not that cold, you know?
Yeah, usually it's not this cold, but it's always cold. It's always cold.
Reminds you of Xenoblade 2. I kinda can see it, especially with the blades, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
In Xenoblade, you basically have, basically the servant-master relationship with the blades and the, what's the name? Drivers and blades? It's basically the same. Drives and, yeah. For me to feel that way in spite of the fever in my body, it must be really cold. In which case, the weather is wintry enough that at this rate it might start snowing. It came from over the shed, didn't it? The sound of something cutting through the air seems to be happening at regular intervals. My breath missed wide in front of me as I cut across the yard. He's standing in front of the shed. Since I'm not surprised by it, I guess I must have had a feeling that he would be here. There's the boy. I guess he was shooting his bow. The moment he sees me, Archer puts down his bow in apparent displeasure.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Well, that's kind of dangerous. Don't go shooting your bow in my yard. What were you going to do if you hit someone?
I wasn't planning on doing anything. In the first place, I'm not using any arrows. You can't hit anyone with something you never fired to begin with.
Fair enough. One moment.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry, just on my end. I know that without you having to tell me. That sound before was the sound of a bowstring cutting through the empty air. For some reason, Archer wasn't using any arrows, just drawing his bow. Isn't that, like, really bad?
Yeah, isn't dry firing a bow, like, not good for the...
Archer! Archer out here shooting blanks! Chat! Holy shit! It wears a string and wood. It's not great, yeah. I guess it's just a servant bow, it doesn't matter. That's a nice bow. I didn't believe it before, but you really are an archer, aren't you?
Well, I'm different from the archers that you know, after all. I wouldn't be able to tell you anything if you asked me about... Oh, fuck.
Kudo.
Your arrows are meant to strike yourselves. Mine are meant to strike the enemy. Oh, mine to strike the enemy. The archers you're talking about place great value on decorum, no?
He sarcastically raises the corners of his mouth. Like I thought, I can't get along with this guy. Nobody's thinking of asking you about archery. I was just wondering what you were doing.
Ooh. Sorry, I lost screen for a sec.
Oh. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're all good. As you can see, I was just gauging my condition. The wound that Saber gave me is healed. I can't remain on watch here forever.
Okay, so... At the very least, Archer is in peak condition while Saber is fucked up, you know? I see. His wound is healed, huh? Then Tosaka can resume fighting properly as well. I turn on my heel. If Tosaka and Archer are making a proper return, then I have to make my decision as well. I need to go someplace where I can be alone and seriously gather my thoughts.
Send me really quiet on my own, sorry. There's a word, Zanshin, isn't there?
now that I think about it, it's a bit lower than usual, I think, because of the last stream I changed around the settings. Let me just pump it up a little bit so it can be heard a little better. Huh?
The time that you maintain your form after you finish something. I believe that's the only thing that's shared between my archery and yours.
What are you talking about? I don't remember ever asking you to explain the 8 principles to me.
Well, listen. After you fire an arrow, so that the body naturally remains in place. I've heard that's called Censorship.
Certainly, in Kyudo, there are 8 motions called the formal stages of shooting. And among them, the last stage, the state of mind that comes after shooting an arrow is called Sanshin, but... yeah, and... what about it?
I'm talking about resolve. Sunshin is something you do within yourself. It has nothing to do with checking if your arrow has hit the target. An arrow is something that has already hit its target before you ever release it. The archer releases their fingers in accordance with their own mental image. In which case, there's no need to check whether you've hit or not. If you think you won't hit before you fire, then you won't. And if you believe you will hit, then you've done so already.
That's obviously not true. There are always shots that you miss no matter how much you might think you are going to hit. If you could hit the target just by thinking about it, then nobody could ever miss.
Hating. Perhaps, but at least you never miss, do you?
Huh? When he said that to me, it shocked me. Certainly that's... Sudani likes the front facing.
He's disorienting.
Archer here just waxing philosophy and Shiro like, I wanna just focus on this.
Well, that doesn't matter. There's only one thing that I want to say. Zanshin isn't about ascertaining whether your arrow has hit the target. You already know what's going to happen to the arrow once you've fired it. In which case, is Zanshin not a question of resolving yourself to accept that result?
I know that. In other words, you're telling me to see it through to the end, right?
Exactly. I heard about what happened to Saber. You knew from the beginning that she would end up like this, didn't you? She fights without a supply of magical energy, she will eventually disappear. That's already been determined. In which case...
all that's left is to accept that result. You're saying that whatever happens to Saber as a result of my choices, all I can do is see it through to the end? I turn my back on Archer. This time he completely disappears from my sight.
Oh, and one more thing. You don't seem to have realized it yet, so I'll tell you.
I hear his voice from behind my back.
Saber must have known that she would disappear if she used her noble phantasm. Right up to the end, she probably never intended to use it.
There's no sign of his usual scorn in his voice.
There's one reason that she would have used it in spite of that. She chose to protect you, even if she would disappear because of it. Don't ever forget that.
Ooh.
Oh.
All there is a conviction that he speaks only the truth. Ooh. Ah. Ooh, Shiro just hit hard there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The park is as empty as always, also I fucking love this music.
Me too.
There's probably the... oh! This is the prologue. The prologue. We got a status update. Oh, that's right. I think it's because we saw the bow that Archer carries. Maybe in... nope. I have no idea.
Great.
I mean, we already had the name.
Also, it's colder than usual again.
There's probably the fact that it's colder than usual today as well. It's always colder than usual, shut up. Oh, maybe the weapons. We do not got the thing, but we do have Caliburn.
Is that a second page?
Yeah.
Oh, it's second page for the lore.
Yeah.
I thought that was for the menu. Whoops.
A holy sword that symbolizes England's King of Knights, King Arthur. It is a symbol of a king, pulled out from a chosen stone under the guidance of Magus Merlin. It is a different sword from the one granted by the Fairy of the Lake, and its characteristics as a noble phantasm differ. But it seems Saber is more attached to this holy sword. Since a sword is a symbol of power, a sword carried by a king usually ends up being degraded to the status of an ornament covered by decorations. This is the biggest difference between Excalibur and Caliburn. In exchange for being a beautiful sword, its effectiveness as a weapon does not match that of Excalibur. In the legend, it is said that it broke when King Arthur fought in a battle going against the principles of chivalry. Interesting. You're going completely insane, or could constantly noticing how cold it is also be a trans mask vibes? Really? You are not wrong.
Interesting.
That is so interesting. It looked like there were 9 pages for Saber now. Oh. It's still empty though. It's all empty.
Woo!
There's no sign of anyone around. The only person out walking is me. I limply sit down on the bench. It's like I wanted, I've come to a place where I can be alone. Not that I come here. The path that I should take is already decided. There's no way for me to put it off anymore. If I'm going to defeat the other masters and end the Holy Grail War, then I have to keep Saber here. No, even completely apart from that, I don't want Saber to disappear. But that would mean forcing Saber to attack people like Ryder did. Backstory should be here, but this translation fucks it up. I can check that easily enough. Whose story disappeared as well? No. Oh, a little bit. Oh, it may be it may be not completely translated. Let me check. With the old translation? Nope, with the old one it's not here either.
Woohoo!
Weird. Yeah, it's missing some part of the profiles. That's... Maybe I didn't install it properly? Weird. I do apologize. If I can find a fix about it, I'll see about it. That sucks. We could also just that is the most basic description. I bet it's part of the wiki if we just looked it up, actually. There's no way I could do that. Forcing Saber to do something like that would be like telling her to die. In the first place, Saber could surely stubbornly refuse. But when I hang my head, my left hand comes into view. I still have 2 command spells left. With these I could make her carry out my order even if she refused. Biting my lip, I shake off that stupid thought. How long did I stay there on that bench with my head hanging low? When my fingers finally start to shake from the cold. Jeez, just when I thought you were gone, you're here!
Run.
Suddenly, that voice calls out to me. Like I thought, good day, Shiro. Why such a long face? Did something happen? Illya? Did you come all the way out here by yourself again? That's dangerous. You don't know where the other masters might be. I tried to say watching before I stop and wonder what the hell I'm saying. Illya is a master herself? There's no need for me to worry about her. And in the first place, we're enemies, aren't we? Sorry, I don't have time to talk to you right now, Illya. I know that we've met like this, but I can't chat with you. It's cold today, so it's probably better if you go home. Still sitting on the bench, I reject her. There were all sorts of things that I need to talk to her about, but right now, my head is filled with Saber. Huh? What's the matter? Without saying anything, Illya looks at me like she's looking at a stranger. Illya? No, I'm not really trying to be mean. I just have kind of a lot on my plate right now. I know. Saber's about to disappear, right? And you're thinking about what to do about it. Suddenly, the girl in front of me speaks with a coldness like she's a different person entirely. Illya? It's stupid to worry about things like that. Rada's master got away from you because you're like that, Shiro. Even though you're supposed to just kill losers. My legs move. I tense my legs to try stand up, thinking that it's bad for me to stay sitting down. But as though Illya has charmed it, my body refuses to move. Illya, do you... That goes without saying, doesn't it? I was at the building last night too. Although, like you'd expect, I was just watching how things played out. I tried to tense my arms and legs, but they won't move an inch. No, in fact, I have a feeling that the more strength I try to put into them, the stiffer they get. It's those eyes. When I look into Ilya's red eyes, my body goes numb. Oh, you're already paralyzed. You're so defenseless, Shiro. I thought it could be easy to capture you if you were alone, but it's cute that you made it this easy. Illya, you! It's useless, Oni-chan. Like that, you can't move anymore.
I was right.
Deja vu. In a moment, you won't be able to speak either, but you don't have to worry. I didn't come here to talk today either. Murder flares up in Ilya's eyes. That's Illya, master of Berserker, the same as she was that night. Are you going to kill me here? I grit my teeth and in any way I tense my whole body. Ooh, even so, I can't even twitch my fingertips. Already, even my nerves have been entangled by Ilya's gaze. Yeah, I mean, there's no point in you being a master anymore, is there? When Saber disappears, you'll be all alone. And I can't let you keep being a master forever. Now that you don't have any way to fight, it's easy for me to kill you. Illya raises her hand. Her slender, white fingers brush my chest. What woman?
I was not expecting a fish-eye child. That's... She's so close. Get away.
Why was there a white woman jump scare?
You tell me Fisheye Lenzelia isn't real, she's right there.
I'm glad I found you before anyone else could kill you. Well then, good night, Oni-chan. Saber's going to disappear anyway, so it's a weight off your shoulders if it's quick, right? Oh my god, the Illya orb. My fucking heart. My vision is cut off. The feeling in my limbs is long gone, and even my sight is gone now. How much time passed after I fell into total darkness? Well, I couldn't tell if I was alive or dead. Finally, my consciousness was cleanly and mercifully shut off. My body is hot. Even though my mind has fallen into darkness, my burning body is still unceasingly complaining that it's alive. I see. In that case, it seems like I'm still alive. But even if that's true, it's only for now. Illya said so, didn't she? Now that you don't have any way to fight, it's easy for me to kill you. It truly is just like she said. Without Saber, I don't have the least ability to fight. The Holy Grail War is a battle between servants. I can't possibly face those servants myself. That's something that's already been proven to me over and over again. I was stabbed over and over. Just like Saber said, for me, a fight against a servant is just a matter of how long I can survive. I couldn't even do that. My whole body was cut up, and on top of that, I was thrown to the ground from the 3rd floor. My life was only saved because of an abnormality of my body that even I don't even understand. That was so frustrating that it fills me with anger. No matter how much you say I couldn't have won against her, I still wasn't able to stop the tragedy happening right in front of my eyes. Even though I decided to fight. Even though I decided to fight as master, to keep anyone from getting hurt, I wasn't able to keep that bow. Sorry. It makes me angry. The hero of justice that I've idolized since I was a kid, if he can't ever win, there's no meaning in it. My body burns. My whole body's shaking that I have to win. But never mind a way to win, I don't even have a way to fight. How am I supposed to fight all by myself? I don't have the skill necessary to fight while saving Saber without placing any burden on her. I think this is Archer.
That's also a mistake. Shiro isn't suited to hand-to-hand fighting. Your fight is a mental one. It should be a fight against yourself.
Suddenly, I remembered back of the man who said that.
If it comes to fighting, Shiro has no chance of victory. With your skills, no matter what you do, it will have no effect against a servant.
I know that. I've been shown that more than I could ever have wanted.
Then imagine it at least. If it is an opponent you cannot defeat in reality, then you win within your imagination. If you cannot win yourself, then imagine something that can.
I know that without you having to tell me. If I can win, it's only within my own mind. But what can I think of that will allow me to win? I can imagine how Shiro could defeat a servant. I can fool myself skillfully enough to do that, and any image I created fooling myself like that could be full of holes. There's no way that a third-rate imagination like that could stand any chance against the first-rate fantasy of a servant. So, what do I win against? And with what? Like this, I'm searching for the answer to that even now. Where am I? Golden sword. A sword meant only for her. It's not that I want it. Just, it was beautiful. I merely thought that if it were allowed to me, I would have liked to hold it. Good grief, that's about it for an apprentice mage. Since the only talent I have is for looking inside, I have no right to have a dream like that. But if it is a dream, I should be allowed to think it at least. First, suppose the basic structure, then recreate the component materials. Yeah, like I thought, with just the fundamentals of reinforcement, it's no good. Since reinforcement means putting your hand to something that already exists, it has no meaning for something that never existed in the first place. So if I'm going to think that sword into existence, it's going to take more effort. It's before even the fundamentals. The wasteful magical process that I thought of in my own way before Kiritsugu taught me, and before I learned the process of reinforcement. Now, how did I go about giving shape to it again? Oh. Impressive how different things can be just by seeing, like, Saber Sword, huh?
That's what keeps me going.
When I come to, I am in a kind of ridiculous place. What is this place? Oh, this isn't just an unfamiliar room. It has a lavish curtained bed and a carpet thick enough to seem like you could sink it up to your ankles. And a stone fireplace that, rather than being decorative, is actually being used to heat the room. The pattern on the walls isn't wallpaper, it's actually carved in. I'd gotten used to Western houses spending time at Shinji's place, but this room is on an entirely different level from that. It's embarrassing to say this, but it's like a castle you'd read about in a fairy tale. Seeing a trans girl's sword can truly be life-changing. It really can, huh? It first makes you hot all over, then it makes you think how you could ever possibly hold it, and then your life is just completely different, you know?
Oh, that's good.
I nearly pass out. My body is bizarrely heavy. I suppose my circulation must be bad. If I let my guard down even a little, it feels like I might fall back into sleep. How did I get here? With my fuzzy mind, I try to remember. That's right, Illya paralyzed me, and like that I lost consciousness. Illya captured me, huh? There's no one in the room. My body is heavy, but it doesn't seem like I can't even move my fingertips like before. I put some strength into it. It seems like I can at least raise one arm, but... Oh, I'm tied up? My mind clears in an instant. Sensing danger, the first thing to do is to check my situation. I've been sat down in a chair and my hands have been pulled behind my back, huh? These aren't handcuffs, are they? My wrists are just tied together with rope. The situation isn't quite as bad as I thought, but it doesn't change the fact that I can't move. My body's still numb and I can't stand up while my arms are tied. How long has it been since then? There's no clock, is there? There's nothing that looks like a clock in here in this room. The window is behind me. I turn around as far as I can, but the curtains are drawn, so I can't see how it is outside. But outside, the sun has already gone down. I met Ellie in the morning, so that means it's been at least half a day. This isn't the time to be doing something like this. I don't know where this is, but I need to get back to Saber as soon as possible. Saber is getting weaker. I can't afford to burden her with my being abducted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't burden her. I know I'm being kidnapped, but like, I can't just burden Saber with that.
Honey. Boy, please.
Still sitting down, I tense my arms drawn behind my back. Even if I'm going to run away, first I have to do something about the rope binding my wrists together. Ooh! The door opens. My relaxing in my body and her entrance through the door are simultaneous. You're finally awake. Hey you! Hey you! You're finally awake. Tried to cross the
You were
border.
trying to cross the border, right?
Just like me and that thief over there. And it pans over. It's just Shinji also tied up like.
That's stupid.
Also, hello, Willow. Good morning, Oni-chan. Are you feeling alright? Illya's tone is a complete change from how she'd been earlier. There's no sign of her heartless gaze. The Illya before me is the white girl who talked with me in the park. I love this fucking game so much.
That's the white girl who talks to me in the park.
White woman acknowledged. What's the matter? You're not very energetic. And you still move? That's strange. You ought to be able to talk by now. Oh, my fucking heart. Illya tilts her head in confusion and peers into my face. Those eyes seem to be purely worried for my well-being. I'm fine. I can talk and my head is clear enough to be able to tell that I've been captured. What, are you dissatisfied? Captured enemies normally go into dungeon? But I could have felt bad for you leaving you down there, so as a special exception, I brought you up to my room. Am I supposed to be thankful for that? Anyway, I understand the situation a little now. I more or less understand what's going on. I've been captured and this is your house, is that right, Illya? I suppress my emotions and put an edge on my voice. Until I understand what's going on, I don't have any choice but to listen to her. That's right. Didn't I tell you before that I live in a castle in the forest? This is a castle in the middle of a sea of trees. There's nothing anywhere around us. The town that you live in is hours away from here by car. No one is coming to save you, and no one is going to get in our way either. Awful. Awful? Awful. Hate it.
I hate this child. I hate this child. I hate this child.
I see. I understand that part. What I don't understand is why you did all of this. If you were going to kill me, you could have done that in the park, couldn't you? Why? I don't want to kill you or anything. After all, you're mine. I'm going to kill the other masters, but you're special, Shiro. So that's why I locked you up in here, so nobody could interrupt us. I hate her. Is this child rich? Yeah, she has 2 maids. And her full name is Eliasviel von Einsberg. So like, you know. Guillotine time? Fair.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, Jesus fuck. Hate this? Hate this. No. I flinched backwards without thinking. And as though Illya cares not a whit about my actually not the CG. She brings her face still closer to mine. Illya, wait a minute. I know that's improper, but no!
No,
You!
I don't want this.
Shiro. She's not very heavy, but even
No.
Shiro, cease. Shut up. You really are special, Shiro. Would you try being my servant? If you'll become my servant, then I won't have to kill you. If you say yes for me, I'll spare your life at least. I hate that. Illya's words.
Here.
Illya's words were so pure that if I agreed to them even once, there could be no taking it back. And no doubt if I defy them, that purity will turn entirely to hatred. With Illya right in front of me, my panicked mind freezes. This isn't such a thing, a simple thing as just being the object of her affection. Illya's question is no different from asking me if I want to live or die. You shouldn't even have to think about it, right? You don't have Saber anymore, so you don't have any way to fight. So there's no point to you being a master, is there? You're wrong. Saber's not gone yet. Like, I could let that happen? But in that state it'd be easy to kill her, you know? It's fine. All you have to do is stay here, Shiro. If you'll stay by my side forever, then I'll always protect you too. I don't know what will happen to me if I defy her. Even so, I can't go along with what she's saying. I can't. Get off me, Illya. No matter how much you say that, I hate that. I hate that. I hate this.
Sucks.
I am.
I don't want to be here.
I'm extremely uncomfortable.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Illya brushes her fingers over my lips as I try to speak. Grinning amusedly, she looks up to me in bewilderment. Please, you really don't understand, do you? Look, you're a bird in a cage right now, Shiro. It's up to me whether you live or die. So you really shouldn't be saying anything that might make me angry. I've waited 10 years for this, so it couldn't be very fun if I just went and killed you now, could it? Huh? A little girl's voice like she's begging for a toy. There I feel a cruelty that makes my spine freeze and I just gasp. This is your last chance, Oni-chan. I'll ask you one more time. Eyes filled with expectation.
Stop! No! Go away!
Be mine. Illya says with a bewitching tone that allows no refusal. I think I speak for us both, right?
Oh man, I hope this one isn't a bad end. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
I don't want to be here any longer. Let me check one moment.
I don't want to be here. I'm so okay with cheating for this one specifically. I want out.
I think I saw it last time. I'm pretty sure I saw it last time, but I'm gonna make sure. One moment. The scene is going up in flames. I don't even have to think about it. There, finally there's a limit to my ability to restrain myself. Every goddamn person I talk to is treating Saber like she's inevitably going to disappear. Saber's not going to disappear, and I'm going to fight with her to the end. I can't go back on that bow because of something like this. Illya, I can't do what you're asking. I have Saber. As long as she's still there, I'm just going to keep fighting as a master. The sound of a gasp. Just for an instant, her red eyes open wide like she's stricken with rigor mortis.
Like this.
I see. So even you are going to betray me, huh, Shiro? Illya backs away. Without losing her composure, the girl calmly looks down at me. Fine. If you won't do what I ask, then I won't listen to you either. I've overlooked you until now, but this is the end of that. The only thing in Illya's voice is murder. There, I feel something horribly ominous.
Is it not the murder?
Right there. I'm going to go finish things up. Wait, what are you going to do, Illya? What do you mean? I'm going to go kill Rin and Saber. If I kill the two of them, you'll regret what you've done a little, won't you, Shiro? But don't be ridiculous. Saber and Tosaka don't have anything to do with this. I can't be with you because of my circumstances. Is that right? But I'm going to kill them both. When I'm done with that, it will be your turn next, Shiro. If you won't be mine, then I don't need you. I hate her so much. God, Christ, on a
She's terrible. I didn't want this.
Oh my God. Ugh. God. The thing is, I know extra things. I know extra things about her that are like further contextualizing everything, but like, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, retreating footsteps. Shinji, you still suck the most, but we know who's second place. Illya is serious. She really means to go kill Saber and Tosuka. Stop, Illya. Saber and Tosuka do not have anything to do with this, right? It's me you captured, so if you're going to hate anyone, then hate me. There's no reason for you to kill them. There is a reason. I can't leave any masters alive except me. That's what the Holy Grail War is, isn't it? You idiot! Don't just say you're going to kill people. It doesn't suit you. You're still a kid. You mustn't do anything like that. Illya stared at me in astonishment. It's too bad. I've already killed a master on Ichan. Oh.
Oh.
With a horribly pleased face, she replied with those words. Although that was only yesterday. I suppose maybe it is a little unexpected. I thought that you were going to kill him yourself, Oni-chan.
Oh, I see.
Huh? In an instant. So quickly that it even surprises me, I understand what happened. Illya said that she'd been in the building last night. Then, wouldn't the master who ran out before her eyes have been perfect prey? Illya, you... I'm sorry, Shiro. You couldn't do it, so I just went and did it myself. I don't normally like to steal things. She shows no sign of any guilt. For Illya, it really was probably no big deal.
We don't have to give Illya any of these W's. Like, I understand she killed Shinji.
I understand now. No, I should have known this from the moment I met her. This white girl has no conception of good and evil. This white girl has no conception of good and evil.
It doesn't stop being funny.
It never stops being funny.
This white girl has no conception of good or evil.
It's such a good sentence.
Westerners.
The innocently smiling Illya and the pitilessly smiling Illya are the same. It's not that an angel and a devil coexist within this girl. It's simply that Illya herself is devil and angel both. Well then, I'm heading out. When I get back, it will be your turn, Shiro, so by all means, try your best to escape. Although, little birds are little birds because they can't escape their cage. By yourself, you can't escape this bird cage, Oni-chan. Jesus fucking Christ. Cuts to Illya buying Wonder Bread? No, do not. She's like platinum blonde. It's like, what? You know? God. Jesus fucking Christ.
I would just like to just have like a moment of just for how much I fucking hated that scene start to finish.
Yeah, let's just decompress there. That was extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Anyway.
Her hair is literally white. I mean, I know, but I've seen people with outright white hair saying they're like platinum blonde, so I don't know what to believe anymore, you know?
Like...
Illya's gone. Everything that she said was true. For a girl who knows nothing of threats or haggling, everything that she says is nothing but the truth. In which case, I can stay here forever. Before Illya can attack Saber, to escape and rendezvous with her. Ugh, damn it. What do you mean colorblind? That's not how it works.
There's only one colorblind person in this call right now, and it's me.
Oh, I didn't even know you were colorblind.
I have a very, very silly red-green deficiency. It's not important.
Fair enough. Oh, damn it. I rocked my body back and forth in the chair and tried to loosen the ropes around my wrists. I guess she must really think that I can't escape. There's no one else in this room. If there's no one keeping an eye on me, then I ought to be able to get myself out of these ropes even all by myself. Damn it. My body is still... It still won't do as I ask. Although my arms and legs will move, they're like lead, and it seems like it will put me out of breath just trying to move them. Damn it, Illya. This is why she said I couldn't get away. I certainly can't move like this. Even if I somehow manage to free myself from the ropes. If I can't move very well, I won't be able to get away, even if I get out of this room. Body isn't heavy because I'm exhausted, is it? That's right, I looked into Illya's eyes, and after that I couldn't move. Were those what they call mystic eyes? It said that exceptional mages can produce some kind of magical effect just by locking eyes with their target. They say that the most common mystic eyes are of binding, so this paralysis is probably something like that as well. It's a weak point that the eyes that receive visual information are at the same time vulnerable to suggestion. Because of that, to a certain extent, mages protect their eyes to block off magical power from their opponents. I was taken out by a paralyzing suggestion that didn't even need a spell. What could Tosaka say if she heard that? Well, there's still nothing more than mystic eyes acquired a posteriori through magic. By way of contrast, there are apparently monsters who possess mystic eyes from birth, in short, a priori, who don't need to lock eyes or anything to use them. It's said that they're capable of activating their characteristic abilities merely by looking at something, but it's also said that the possessors of such mystic eyes are surpassingly rare. Good lore, good lore. Especially considering the things we learned last time, remember?
Which things?
You know, your, guess at a certain serpent's identity.
Ah, yes.
So, more rare now, Mao. Did I misread that? 1 second. Nope. So fortunately, it seems that Illya's mystic eyes aren't such a special thing as all that. This is nothing more than a magical intervention resulting from pouring one's own magical energy into their opponent. In that case, there's also a way to lift the curse. My body can't move because Illya's magical energy is invading my nerves. In which case, if I can just erase that magical energy, the paralysis should go away as well. It's simple. If mud has built up, you just need to run water over it to wash it away. I close my eyes and turn my consciousness inward. I can't sense someone else's magical energy infiltrating my body, nor can I draw it out myself. But as long as the curse hasn't taken root in my body, I don't need any technique to do that. I need any technique like that. If it's just Illya's magical energy built up in my body, then I'll just force this out by pouring a powerful magical energy over it. Sorry, it's a violent method, but unfortunately, this is the only thing I can do. Shiro? Shiro? For a little peace of mind, I apologize to my body in advance. Shiro? Shiro?
Oh, no.
All that's left is to carry out my daily... Oh, yeah, my daily routine.
When Rin told him not to fucking do anymore.
The ritual to pound a different nerve into my spine. No. Right now, that's not what it is. There's no need to create a new one anymore. All I have to do is flip the switch inside my head. I'm not creating a magic circuit inside my body. I'm just changing my nerves into magic circuits. Trace on. I whispered the self-suggestion spell. The spell isn't something that alters the world. It preaches to me so that I can alter the world. The easiest words to encourage a self-transformation for a mage. Those words for activating a mystery that belongs only to oneself. The command that has no effect on anything except oneself. Are the earliest magics to be called a spell? Just kill his nerves again, yeah! Analyzing fundamental structure. The flow of my blood grows distant. Power collects in my blood. I become advised for the circulation of magic power. It's probably thanks to the jewel that Tosaka made me swallow. The generation of magical energy that used to take me an hour now takes such a short time. Analyzing component materials. With this, there's no need even to press the switch or whatever. All I should have to do is just circulate magical energy like this and then take my hand off. Although, forget pressing the switch. I haven't even found the switch itself yet. A fever races through my body. As I calmly keep control of my quickening pulse, I take my hand off the spinning cord. Oh god! Oh god! I hate it! Ugh. Oh! Rivulets of blood leak from the corners of my mouth! I must have burst a blood vessel somewhere, or something inside me must be broken. You know?
Shiro be like, I am a wizard. Observe.
It's like that one meme where like you rev up the bike and create a huge dust cloud, and when it fades, you're just fucking dead on the ground. It's like that.
It's so good.
I poured in enough magical energy to wash out the mud that had invaded my body. I should be thankful to get away with just spitting blood. Unfortunately, there's no pain. I wonder if there's no pain because of that natural healing thing again. Watch me cast this new spell, Internal Bleeding! It's an abnormality the true nature of which is still unclear to me, but right now I'm purely thankful for it. Right now, the fact that my wounds will heal themselves as long as I don't die instantly is the greatest and only strength I have. What I need to be careful of is that I can't afford to rely on it. If nothing else, the cause of it is unknown. If I rely on my natural healing and get injured, there's still a chance that it could go away for a second after that. And so I can't rely on such an uncertain miracle. Alright, just the ropes left now. I loosened the ropes. There are bruises on my wrists, but it's not as though they were tight enough to cut off the blood to my hands.
Remember, 2 fingers space between the skin and the rope.
It probably wasn't Illya who tied them, but even so, I wasn't tied up all that strongly. Oh god, sorry. Click outside. In the first place, Illya couldn't have carried me this far by herself. Must be someone here apart from Illya who still isn't particularly strong. Obviously not Berserker. If he tied me up, my hands could have popped off right then. As I banter to myself, I stand up from the chair. Oh. It's nice to be free again, but like I thought, it seems like that was too rough. I'm not actually wounded, but the magical energy in my body is still running rampant. The inside of my body is beat up just from my moving around. Maybe it's because of the pain. I'm assailed by dizziness and nausea. I don't have any sensation in my hands or feet. Well, this boy. It's not actually impossible, but I can't imagine getting back home faster than Illya like this. What the hell am I saying? I don't have time to be standing around here whining. I slap my cheeks around and start walking.
Just fucking, let's go.
Stop hurting yourself. Oh my god. He just keeps hurting himself. Huh? When I put my hand on the wall and try to make my way over to the door, I hear a sound from the other side of the wall. I hear footsteps. And more than one said, they talking about something or other as they come closer. Stop right in front of the door. A troll, damn it. Now of all times. I don't have time to hide. Right now, I'll have to fight. I'll make the first move when the door opens. I can't fight. I'll sit in the chair and pretend I'm tied up. What about that bed over there?
Let's go for the first one, the classic.
He who
Wait,
strikes...
no, I meant the middle one, but too late now.
No, we can go back. Middle one?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretend you're tied up. Solid Shiro. This is a sneaky mission. I don't have time to hesitate. In this state, I can't win even if I do fight. Right now, I need to avoid fighting until I can recover. Okay. I bring my arms together and somehow manage to make it look like I'm tied up. The door opens. Is it Illya or somebody from the castle? Anyway, just before they enter the room, I just barely managed to sit down in the chair and put my arms behind my... What?
What?
How?
What? Oh, wait, are you all right, Shiro?
My eyes go wide. I honestly think that I'm seeing some kind of convenient delusion. White woman jumps here convenient. Welcome, celebratory. You're tied up, aren't you? Oh, that's you.
I'll get these off right away, so just...
No, the ropes are already untied. Look, I say, presenting the arms I held behind my back.
I don't understand, Shiro. Were you not being held captive here?
No, I managed to get free and then I was about to escape. I heard someone coming, so I figured I'd pretend to be still tied up.
I see. You thought to make the enemy lower their guard and make sure that you could escape.
Saber murmurs appreciatively. Well, I don't need to tell her that I hadn't thought at all about what I was going to do after that. More importantly, Saber, it's really you, isn't it? You're not a hallucination or anything, it's really you. I stand up and reach my hand out to touch her. Tuche.
Shiro, please wait if you touch me like that.
Yeah, you really are real, but what are you doing here? Look at her, flustered white woman.
I fucking love her. She's so fucking cute. What am I doing here? That goes without saying, doesn't it? A servant needs no reason to protect her master. If you've been captured, it's not natural that I should come to rescue you.
Oh. No. What I'm saying is, how did you know that I've been captured? No. More importantly, why are you here, Saber? This is Illya's secret hideout. This is no place for you to be right now.
It's my line. What exactly have you been doing? After how much I told you not to act by yourself, to be so easily captured by Ilyasvel, and confined in a place like this. You are a master. With regard to all of this, I won't be satisfied until I hear some kind of apology from you.
He's being scolded. You're absolutely right that I was careless, but why are you here, Saber? You can hardly even move, right? So what are you thinking? Coming to Illya's home base in spite of that?
I should ask you the same thing. A servant protects her master. If you've been captured, then Ilyasvel's home base, or no, it makes no difference.
Ah. Both of them are really the same, huh? Saber clearly declares. She appears just as she had been before. She's different from the debilitated and painfully sleeping girl.
Shiro, what's the matter? You went quiet all of a sudden. Like I feared, have you been wounded while you were captured?
No, that's not it, I'm fine. More importantly, I'm glad that you're okay, Saber. Truly, my heart is relieved. I was shocked to see Saber here, but more than that, the fact that she's the same as always makes me happy. It's just my own selfish impression, but I really do think that this is how Saber has to be. I'm sorry, Saber, I don't really understand the circumstances, but you came to save me, right?
Ah, yes. After all, as a servant, it's natural that I should save my master's life.
Thank you. I'm really glad you came. Oh god. With this, all of our problems have disappeared. All that's left is just to get out of here with Saber. Wait.
Problem number 2.
Why can't I see Tosaka? Tosaka! Could that really be her standing over there? You're looking better than I expected, aren't you? Like this, maybe there was no reason for us to come out here at all.
That's what I told you, isn't it, Rin? That you should leave Emir Shiro to his fate? This sort of a man does nothing but heap trouble on the people around him until only he survives. This was a good opportunity. If you'd abandoned him, he would have died all on his own. I can't ignore that, Archer. I'm the one who asked you for your help, but you shouldn't have any right to insult Shiro. We rescued Master, and this is what we get. Master and servant are birds of a feather. Seems you're both lacking in gratitude for the people who helped you.
I love this so much, actually.
Well, we have to fight eventually. That will be easier if you don't hold any affection for us.
I guess he must have hit a sore spot. Saber falls silent. This guy! I guess it's not just me. He doesn't get along with Saber either. That's enough. I'm sure you haven't forgotten the situation we're in right now. Have you, Archer? We don't have time to stand around chit-chatting. We need to retreat before Illya's BL comes back. Wait a minute. You guys came here knowing that this is where Illya lives? No. First off, Illya left declaring that she was going to kill them. In which case, Illya and Tosaka must have just missed each other. Thank God. I think Illya is heading for my house right now. If you guys hadn't come here, you could have ended up having to fight her. Yeah, so it would seem. I confirmed that Illya and Berserker left. Well, we couldn't have snuck in here if they hadn't, though. I see, they went ahead with such a bold plan because it confirmed that Illya had gone out. I thought that Tosaka was being as brash as always, but I guess you could say that this time that boldness turned out to be fortunate. Anyway, we can talk later. I prepared myself for it when we figured out this was the Iceberg's hideout, but if we can avoid running into her, that's so much the better, right? After all, Saber doesn't stand a chance against Berserker in that state. Come on, let's get out of here, Tosaka says as she pulls away from Saber and I. Tosaka, what do you mean in that state? She looks fine. She's just like she was before, isn't she? Hey you, there's no way that things could possibly be that convenient, is there? Saber hasn't recovered at all. Can't you see that it's all she can do to just stand? Aww.
Wait, you promised that you wouldn't say anything about that.
Oh, look at her, she's so cute, though.
Oh.
Ah. Berserker outside. I hate to be a bother, but I figured it was rude to burst in during your conversation.
I hate to interrupt.
Yeah?
I was just saying the Berserker things.
Oh.
I was going off the bit, you see.
Sorry, I'm breaking that promise. Nothing good can come from keeping quiet about it, and in the first place, it's not something you'll be able to hide.
That is true, but...
Saber painfully hesitates. And at that, I understand that her condition hasn't been resolved at all. Saber, is it true what she said?
Yes, what Rin says is correct. I'm ashamed to admit it, but right now, I can't fight as Saber. I suppose the best that I can do right now is be a shield for you.
Oh, Christ. I figure as much. You insisted on coming with us even though you're so weak you can't even arm yourself. I bet you thought that since you can't fight, you'd shield your master with your body instead, didn't you? Fucking birds of a fucking feather, huh?
Mm-hmm. But they just said that.
Aww. So weak she can't even arm herself? Shield me with her body because she can't fight? What the hell kind of ridiculous things are you saying? Only I do that!
I'm sorry, Shiro. I know that in this state I'm a failure as a servant, but even so, I can still do my duty as your shield. I'm sure that you're dissatisfied, but right now, that's...
Shielder class servant. There are shielders, you know? Listen to me. Why are you always putting yourself down like that, Saber? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I'm dissatisfied with that. Tosaka, what were you thinking bringing Saber here? Don't you understand that Saber is way more important than I am right now? Look, I was against it too, but Saber insisted on coming with us, and in the first place, without Saber, we wouldn't have been able to find you. I'm painfully aware of the danger, but even so, we needed Saber. Even so... When I got to jail, you shouldn't have brought her here. I stopped myself. I don't have any right to criticize Tosaka. In the first place, this all happened because I got captured. Tosaka, and Saber too, only did what they believed was right.
That's about enough arguing. Let's leave it there for right now, then. A master should be sensitive to abnormalities in her living space. We don't have time for leisurely explanations.
You're right. Elias Beale is probably racing back here in a panic right about now. Fine. I'll let you off the hook for now. Right now, getting out of this castle comes first. That works for you, right, Shiro?
Shiro, we should go as well.
No, but... If Saber is the same as she was last night, isn't it painful for her to even walk? I can't make her force herself any more than she already has.
Good grief. Somehow it seems as though I've been underestimated.
Saber?
However much I might be dry of magical energy, even now I can still fight better than you can. To my eyes, you look so weak that I'm afraid that you might disappear. Rin doesn't seem to have noticed, but the magical energy inside your body is chaos, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's no big deal. If I grit my teeth, I can tough it out. I'm totally fine, really.
Well then, I'm the same as you are. It's painful, but nothing that I can't endure. This is all so sudden, but right now I'm sure you can't grasp the situation. But let's do as Rin says for now. If we're going to talk, let's do it after we get home.
I fucking love their dynamic.
It's fantastic. I love them so much.
Come, Saber arches me for own words. I give up. When she says that with a face like that, I can't even worry about her anymore. Yeah, I have a mountain of things I want to say, but we'll deal with that after we get to home safely. Yeah, about Saber's condition, thanking her for coming to rescue me, and what that dream was. None of those things I should ask her right now. Alright, let's go, Saber. Replying with a nod, I work strenuously to move my body. Sweat beds on my forehead with every step, but I can't afford to whine about it. Saber came all the way here for me with her weakened body. These two are so fucking perfectly just the same.
It's beautiful, really.
Wow. Is this really a hallway? Judging from this passageway masquerading as an art gallery, this building must be astoundingly huge. Hey, this is no time to be standing there fascinated. Even if we get out of the castle, there's still a sea of trees waiting for us. It will be morning if we don't hurry up. A sea of trees? And this place is really on a mountain? That huge forest a few hours away from Fukuyama by car? That's right, this is the Einsburn's hidden castle. After we get out of here, it will still take hours for us to get out of the forest. It's night right now, so we'll get out of here by sunrise. Christ. Tosaka runs down the hallway without any hesitation. He's most likely heading for the back entrance that she snuck in through. I knew that it was night right now, but so long was I captured for? I thought it had only been half a day, but in actual fact it might have been a few days.
You were captured by Ilias Field this morning, weren't you, Shiro? It's been half a day since then. It's after midnight, so I suppose you could say in that form you were captured for an entire day.
I see.
Business day.
One business day? I see. That's embarrassing.
No, not at all. Even though it's been such a long time since Iliasville captured you, you were still safe. That's proof that even though your body might have been restrained, your spirit wasn't broken, is it not?
Well, maybe so, but...
Yes, even if Iliasville looks like a little girl, she's still the Einsburn mage. If she had broken you, I expect you would be yourself no longer.
Christ on a fucking bike.
It's not as though I hadn't considered that possibility. Set foot in this castle, prepare that the worst case you might be dead.
Aww, Saber.
So that's why I'm glad I was able to see you again here. I can see that you're safe, so I can't allow myself to lose either.
Aww. Saber says with a fleeting smile. That goes for me too. I was out of my mind worrying whether she was safe or not. Do you two want to get out of here or not?
The worst.
If you stand there, darling, I'm really gonna leave you behind. At the end of the hallway, Tosaka angrily sticks her head back around the corner. Oh crap, this is no time to be talking. Let's go, Saber. I urge Saber on and start running. I fucking love this, actually. My body hurts, but if I grit my teeth, I can manage to run. I force my aching body to move and chase after Tosaka. Behind me, Saber runs along like she might be sick. Like I thought, it must be painful. She's putting on a brave face, but Saber can barely move. Saber, if it hurts... I'll lend you my shoulder, I tried to say, but I stopped myself. If I say something like that, Saber will try to run on by herself at any cost. I'll keep an eye on her for now. If Saber gets so visibly exhausted that she can't even make excuses for it, I can just pick her up and keep running. Really, she's quite a handful herself. The stubborn girl, she won't rest unless you force her to.
Just hitting Shiro with a newspaper as hard as I can.
And so, following Tosaka's directions, we reach what looks like the castle's exit. God, this place is fucking fancy.
Goddamn.
So you said exit, but this is an entrance, isn't it, Tosaka? Aren't you saying something so obvious? That's what an entrance hall is, isn't it? This is the fastest way in or out of here. Come on, Tosaka says as she descends the stairs. Well, I'm not really in any position to complain. Saber and I descend the stairs and come out into the hall. This place seems to be a lobby. Then that should mean we can get outside if we pass through the big door at the end of the passageway. Alright, we should be fine if we made it this far. Any trouble will come after we get into the forest, but... Well, it's nighttime, so maybe we can make it out into the highway under the cover of darkness. By the time Ilya's gets back and figures out you're in here, it will be already too late. It will be morning already by the time she gets back anyway. Wait, Shiro, what's with that look? You look really dissatisfied about something. No, not really. It just struck me again that you're kind of a big deal, Tosuka. You realize some weird things at weird times, don't you? Well, no, I mean, marching into your enemy's home base right through the front door, and so boldly too! Well, it's fine. Anyway, let's head outside. I remember the way back, so we shouldn't get lost.
I fucking love Ren.
Rin is so good.
Ren so much.
She's so good. We turn our legs toward the front door. A long and narrow passageway stretches out from the lobby, and at the end of it, I can see a huge door. Astonishingly, the passage is it's more than 30 meters long. How should I put this? In the instant that I think, wow, this really is a castle, and start walking. What, leaving so soon? And after coming all the way here too? That's too bad. Together with a stifled giggle, the voice of the little girl who shouldn't be here echoes through the hall. I instantly turn around. We all stop. That's because in the instant we turned around and recognized the form of the enemy standing there, we understood that if we turned our back on her, she would kill us. Hi,
Berserker.
Liasbiel. Tosuka's voice is trembling. White girl jump scare again?
Ren got white girl jump scared.
At the back of the lobby, standing on the stairs that we'd come down, is someone who mustn't be there. Oddly enough, the situation resembles the last time we found ourselves like this. Illya standing above us, and Berserker waiting behind her. Berserker's presence is overwhelming. Now that I can understand the power of servants, I can comprehend just how much of a monster that thing is. What a mistake. Even if Saber were in full health, she wouldn't stand a chance against that thing. I'm sure it wouldn't even be a fight. The thing isn't an enemy you can win against by fighting. To win against Berserker is to find a way to get rid of him without fighting him at all. In other words, if we didn't want to die, we shouldn't have run into him at all. Good evening. It makes me happy that you came for me on your own, Rin. Ilya's voice is bursting with joy. Her smile is the same as it was that night 8 days ago. The innocent and callous naked emotion of impaling a captured insect. With that I understand. We can't escape, no matter what happens. Whatever I do, Illya can't be stopped. Even if somehow I manage to draw her attention away, it's not like Tosuka and Saber could be able to escape.
His first thought is, how could I sacrifice myself for them?
It is! What's the matter? It's boring if you don't say anything. I'm being nice enough to give you some time, so I think you ought to leave a will at least. A giggle. But we don't have time for that. If there's an opening, we'll run for the door. Even as we know that such a thing is impossible, we have no choice but to wait for an opportunity. Well then, I'll ask you something. And yet, Tosuka takes a single, deliberate step toward Illya. Liasbiel, I didn't sense you coming back, so could it be that you've been hiding here the whole time? That's right, I never went anywhere. I've been here, watching you fool around the whole time. Oh boy. Oh boy. I see. So what went out was a fake then? Yeah, After all, I knew that you were coming. I'm the mistress of this castle, so I had to make sure to entertain my guests, don't I? In an instant, the giant vanished. Did he jump, or did he just move there? With a blast of wind roaring around him, Berserker appears in the center of the lobby. Ooh, this is checkmate. The instant we turn towards the front door, for escape route and show him our bags, that cleaver will split us in two. And yet, even if we stay here, like this, we'll still be killed. The only path left to us is to challenge that ball of death, knowing that we'll die uselessly doing it. Have we finished chatting? Let's get started then, Berserker. The white girl raises her hand, as if in some kind of ritual, and looking down on us beneath her. I swear it, today, I won't let even one of you escape. She issues a declaration that's a mix of murder and light.
Oh no.
Yeah?
Oh jeez.
A light burns in Berserker's eye. Berserker, who until now had only obeyed Illya, is temporarily released from that reason and recognizes the enemies before him. Crunch. Tosaka? Tosaka, who stepped one step out in front, as though in regret, powerfully grinds her teeth together. Archer? Can you hear me? In a quiet voice, with a turning around, she whispers. Just a little is fine, but I need you to slow him down. And tells her own servant to die. Archer doesn't answer.
It's ridiculous. Are you mad, Rin? Archer stands no chance against Berserker by himself.
Low tier Rin. We're going to use that opening to escape. I'm going to have Archer buy us time until we can get away. Lending no ear to Saber's opinion, Tosaka continues giving her orders. Hers is a calm and emotionally deadened voice. Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy fuck.
The little glance away by Archer.
The subtleties are fantastic.
Staring at Berserker, Archer, silent as though he's considering something, nods just slightly and...
That's wise. If you run first, I can escape as well. After all, independent action is a specialty of archers.
As though to shield Tosaka, he takes a single step forward. Berserker doesn't move. Only Illya's giggling can be heard from above us. I'm surprised. A servant no one has ever heard of is supposed to stop my Heracles? You've got an unexpectedly cute side to you, don't you, Ren? Neither Tosaka nor Archer have any room to argue. Tosaka and Archer themselves understand that better than anyone. Archer readily steps forward. He stands there, as empty-handed as always. Tosaka stares at Archer's back. He probably has no words to say to him. Tosaka must understand herself that her orders are absurd. In order to allow us to escape, she told the Archer to die. Archer, Tosaka tries to say something to him. That?
By the way, Rin, can I check something with you?
In a voice so calm that it seems out of place, Archer interrupts her. Sure. What is it? Tosaka looks at Archer with downcast eyes. As Archer stares at Berserker.
Yeah, I don't mind buying time, but... You don't really mind if I beat that thing, do you?
He says something absurd. Archer, you... Yeah, you don't have to hold back. Let him have it, Archer.
Yeah, fuck yeah! I see. Well then, do my best to live up to your expectations.
Oh my god, Archer. Oh, I was not expecting that.
It's so fucking cool! Oh my god!
Archer steps forward. The distance from...
Side. I know you told me to buy time. Do you care if I just win?
The distance between from him to Berserker is just barely 10 meters. No doubt that thing can cross that distance in an instant. You're mocking me. Fine, do it, Berserker. I don't care if you tear that cocky bastard to pieces. Illya's voice is hysterical. Paying it no mind, Tosaka turns her back. Let's go. We win if we make it outside. Tosaka takes Saber and I by the hand and starts running. Saber obeys Tosaka without any argument. And I too, leaving Archer behind me, start running for the door. Then, at my back,
And Shiro.
with his back still turned, he calls out and stops me. I let go of Tosaka's hand and turn around. In the lobby, a place now already beyond my reach, there stands the back of a man facing off with Berserker.
Listen, you are not a fighter. All you are is a creator.
Berserker closes the distance, and Archer, still empty-handed, stares at the enemy approaching him without retreating a single step.
Don't worry about needless things. There's only one thing that you're able to do, so master it.
Archer raises one hand, and before I know it, that hand grips a short sword.
Don't forget, what you picture is always the strongest version of yourself. You have no need for enemies. For you, the opponent that you fight is nothing else but your own image.
The red bag sinks down. The whirl of Berserker's blade races forward. Without waiting to see their impact, I start running. Tosaka and Saber have already reached the door. I run without looking back. The red bag just tells me to go. Oh, that's so cool though! That's so cool!
Sick.
We come out of the long hallway and pass through a gate. As difficult as it is to believe, this place really is a castle. An old castle hidden deep in the forest. Surroundings are forest in every direction as far as the eye can see, and in the distance, never mind buildings, I can't even see the sky. This way, we can get out to the highway in about 3 hours, so keep running until then. Oh, 3 hours, huh? Honestly, I don't know whether my body can last that long. I'm not tired, but the pain gets worse the more I move. If I could rest, this fever could probably retreat at least, but right now we don't have that kind of time. Shiro, hurry up! There's no leeway in Tosaka's voice either. She was the one who gave Archer that command. She looks calm, but her heart is filled with regret. I know, I'll be there, Saber, let's hurry. Yes.
Let's hurry up, Shiro.
Oh, that's Saber I didn't even notice. Responding with her head hung low, Saber starts running. Just run, just leave. Slipping through the gaps between the trees, I follow Tosaka. Saber running along next to me is visibly out of breath. I can see because she's rotted in darkness, but she must be in a great deal of pain. I can't afford to ignore that anymore. Saber suddenly... Oh, I thought you were grabbing her hand. Saber suddenly loses her balance. And as she seems like she might fall to the ground, from the side I grab her and forcibly hold her up. That's enough. You can't keep going anymore, Saber.
What are you saying, Shiro? I've experienced these sort of predicaments many times over. I can still run well enough.
What are you talking about? However many times you've experienced it, it's still painful, right? It's fine. Complain a little at least. I pull on the arm that I grabbed to hold her up. It's probably also because Saber is so light. More easily than I expected, I'm able to scoop her up in my arms.
What are you doing, Shiro?
I just realized this is the first time she's been conscious for this. What am I doing? Letting you rest for a bit. If we're running alongside me, making a face like that, I'm going to give up first.
Let go of me, you instant... Do you really think that I'd collapse from something like this?
Saber struggles in my arms. But that struggling is much too weak. The hands that tried to push away from my chest are feeble and totally powerless. At that, I'm made painfully aware of just how weakened she is. I never thought that Saber could be so weak that she couldn't even push away someone picking her up.
What are you thinking, Shiro? I won't allow this, no matter how much you might be my master.
Saber continues to struggle as her face turns bright red. This is the best. Well, certainly. As a knight, I'm sure it must be embarrassing to be seen like this, but this isn't really the time to be worried about her dignity. Liar, there's no way you're fine. You're so weak you can't even shake me off. It's fine, just relax. Master's orders. If you still won't listen to me, I won't have any choice but to use a command spell.
Wait, that's unfair. I can't possibly approve of you using a command spell on something like this.
Then hold still. If we don't hurry, Osaka will leave us behind. I suppose she might have resigned herself to the idea. Saber reluctantly falls silent.
Oh.
Right now, that's enough. As long as she's not struggling, I can manage to run carrying her. Can I just say the incredible inversion where Shiro is not embarrassed to be carrying her because he must protect her, and she is all kinds of flustered that she's being carried?
It's really cute.
Like the dynamic has inverted. It has inverted. I love it. My vision flickers in and out. I suppose the more I run, the more the flow of my blood speeds up. As I hold the nausea that rises up in the back of my throat, I grit my teeth and run through the forest. My breathing is ragged, but I've stifled the pain as much as I can. If you ask why, there's only one reason.
Shiro, please put me down. Really, I can run, so...
If I give even the barest thing that it's painful, Saber looks up at me worriedly and says something like that. I can't stop here. Don't underestimate me. Carrying one of you is no problem. Compared to a broken stone, carrying one girl is like carrying air.
But...
It's fine, just be quiet. Have you ever heard of give and take? You've been saving my life up until now, so if I don't at least do this much, it will never balance out. If I don't pay back my debt now, I won't be able to have you protect me tomorrow, will I? Oh, that's such a sweet statement!
I love these two. No, that's not true at all. With this, I'm the one who won't be able to balance the scales.
I'm glad. Then this will be the only time I have to work so hard, huh? I've got some motivation all of a sudden. Oh! I like this! Oh no, I'm starting to ship them!
Oh no, you're starting to ship them?
It's just him carrying Saber and Saber's... What are you... I let out a great breath and kick off the ground. Mitasuka, you know that I'm carrying Saber and you're still only picking narrow paths. Saber is light, so it's fine, but like, this is all I can do just to keep up with her. Hey, If you keep talking, you'll bite your tongue. It will help me out if you can keep quiet, so just hold still.
Yes, then I will obey your orders, Master.
So saying, Saber lets all the strength drain from her body. Until now she's been holding back and it's been hard to carry her, but this makes it a little easier. The only problem now is whether Saber's body and my body will last. How long have we been running for already? I feel like it's been about 30 minutes, but it also feels like I've been running for almost an hour. No, it's not running that's difficult. I haven't been training as lightly as all that, and Sayer's really is light. It's just right now. The inside of my body is going crazy. The more I move, the dizzier I get, and I feel like I'm going to throw up. This is a forest, so if I'd been bitten by a snake or poisoned, I might be able to understand it a little, but... just this much is... Something like this isn't enough pain to kill me. It's just that my chest hurts, and it feels like I'm going to spit something up. Oh my god!
Lord.
That's no problem at all, compared to the heat that I'm holding in my arms. Saber's eyes are closed as though she's sleeping. Not because she's relaxed and resting. Saber's body is steadily getting hotter. Even though it's the middle of winter, her clothes are drenched in sweat, and in order to keep me from noticing it, she's hanging her head and hiding her ragged breathing. This is bad. Like this she will really... This is a repeat of that night. After she swung her noble phantasm against Ryder, Saber was enervated and collapsed. Saber hasn't changed at all from that night. But she's been able to speak until now. Was that not a final momentary flash before she disappears? Oh god, please! It ran as though to deny that thought. My own body doesn't matter. Thank you for actually saying the quiet part out loud, honey.
He's had a couple moments of clarity. Give him credit.
Believing that if we can get home, things will work out somehow, I desperately move my legs. Oh. And feeling like I'm about to fall, I instantly slam my back into a tree and stop moving. Oh. I taste blood. I guess that was the true form of my nausea. It was just a small amount, so I didn't get any on Saber, but the source of the nausea is still roiling in my chest. Well, all things considered, it could be worse. On the day I throw up the contents of my stomach, I imagine Saber could be angry with me for a different reason. Shiro, wasting food? Or really, if I did that, she might actually cut me in half. Oh. Yeah, that's funny. Imagining something amusing makes me feel a little better. Alright, that's enough of a break.
You've pushed yourself enough already, Shiro.
Saber? Was she not asleep? Held there in my arms, Saber said that. What do you mean this is an oath?
I'm saying that you should run away by yourself, Shiro. In that state, you can't take me with you.
As if that's true? I just felt just now something like this is not... It is something. What are you saying, looking like a dead man? And... I'm not sure what she was thinking, but Hosaka, who had been leading us along, came back. You can act tough if you want, but no matter how much this might be a forest at night, at least hide the blood on your lips. Like that it's unnatural for Saber to worry about you.
Thank God. If you're here, Rin, that will make this quicker.
No doubt. I know what you're trying to say, Saber. You don't have any time either, so go on and tell him in a way even this idiot can understand. Saber nods at Tosaka's words.
Very well then. I want you to leave me here. Oh wait, was that you? Was that me?
That's you.
You won't be able to escape bringing me with you, and in any case, I won't last much longer.
I couldn't even say that was ridiculous. That her condition is worsening at least is something I understand more than I could ever want to. Saber won't last much longer. I barely realize that at this rate she won't make it to the morning. I see. What about you, Shiro? Are you going to die with Saber like this? Of course not. I have no intention of doing that, and I won't let Saber disappear. If Saber is going to disappear, I'll use a command spell or whatever else I have to... Okay, that's fine then. Well, why don't we resolve both of those things? We'll save Saber, and while we're at it, all three of us will escape from this forest. That will be our plan going forward, okay? Huh? My brain turns into tofu! Every now and again, Tosaka nonchalantly says something that should be incredibly difficult. Wait a second, obviously that's what I want to do, but that's impossible, so... It's fine. Just come with me. I'll warn you, but I have no intention, and I don't have any intention of letting Saber die so easily either. Yeah, I'm not going to let this chance get away. I'll have you fulfill your duty, Shiro. Do your duty. Shiro said it's fine, so you don't mind if we do it either. Do you, Saber? Tosaka gives Saber a meaningful look. Saber doesn't answer, and Juice just awkwardly looks down. Goodbye, Hon. Enjoy your D&D. When we pass through that gap between some especially large trees, something unexpected stands before my eyes. A ruin. Here we should be able to hide out for a while, right? Archer found this place when we came here. He said that if worse came to worse, we could use it as a hideout. Okay. The forest has begun to swallow the ruins. There's only one usable room up on the second floor. Oh god, I tapped out again. I don't know what the windows are made from, but they miraculously survived. And the inside of the room is lit by strong moonlight. It's relatively clean, isn't it? I wonder? It's possible that someone was staying here until recently. Really? What kind of nerves does she have? The rubble crunches under Tosaka's feet as she walks over to the bed in the corner of the room and starts striking the dust from it. Shiro, over here. We had to lay Saber down, right? It's pretty tiring having someone carry you around. Wait! I was suspecting it, but the fucking flash faces in chat. So, yeah, Anya, we have reached the point where in the original,
I see.
There was the first sex scene of the game, you know? Let me make sure no etching, yeah, it's turned off, don't worry about it. That being said, I'm going to save here, just in case. Because there's at least some lore I want to discuss here later, you know?
Okay. We can come back for a discussion.
Yeah, right away. I place Saber down on the old-fashioned bed. I think I have it. I am kind of worried right now. Like, every single click is like, what if it glitches and it just shows, like, titty immediately on stream, right?
Alright guys, it's the last episode of Fate on YouTube.
Like, if I have fucked up at any point in some way, this is the end. Also, please read this scene keeping in mind that Nasu decided that this is an appropriate analog for sex. You know, like what is going to be happening instead of the sex scene. You'll know if it's a porn version if the voices vanish. Oh, that's a good one, right?
Interesting.
How are you doing? Does it hurt, Saber? Are you still able to move? Saber CG.
Yes, thanks to Shiro carrying me this far. It seems that I can still maintain my body.
Not looking good that the new translation patch broke a bunch of stuff earlier, Lel. Do not say that, please. The voices were only added with the replacement scenes. Yeah, that makes sense. I see then. I guess what's left is up to us. It's been an hour. Even if Ilya's veil is chasing us, it will still take a little more time for her to catch up. No, if it takes her time to find us, we can probably hide out here until morning. With that whisper, I had a thought. We managed to escape as far as these ruins, but what happened to Berserker and Archer? Archer stayed behind the castle to slow Berserker down. It's been over an hour since then. In that case, Archer should have made his escape from the castle as well. Tosaka, what about him? Tosaka doesn't answer. She just places her right hand on her chest as though she's clutching onto something precious. And with that, I understand Archer's fate. Tosaka's command spell is on her right arm. Master and servant are connected. If masters can know if their servant is alive or dead, the same way that Saber can sense when I'm in danger, then... Tosaka... Is he... Yeah, well, I told him all he had to do was slow him down, but... He was pretentious to the end, huh? Silence falls over us. I thought that it might go on forever, but... I won't let it be in vain. Now that I have lost Archer, we're going to beat Berserker here. It's broken by the smack of her right fist against her palm. That's enough regret. It's my creed to do something about it if I have time to be worrying. Now that we've come this far, I'm expecting you to be prepared to... Prepared? For what? Like, I know it's the replacement, but like reading this, knowing like the other thing.
There's such an intense, like attention over the entire scene.
Yeah. Isn't that obvious? Prepare to beat Ilya's veil and Berserker as well. If we're carrying Saber, we can't get out of this forest, and even if we let her recover naturally, that will take time. Either way, Illya is going to catch us. Catch up to us. Do you understand? For all three of us to get out of this forest together, we have no choice but to beat Berserker. If we can do that, all we're going to do is follow Archer. Beat Berserker? The sequel to Beat Saber.
Beat Saber?
Beat that monster? Beat that whirlwind of death that can nullify any attack and smash anyone who touches him with a single blow? I can't even imagine doing something like that. If we fight him, we will die. Tosaka has to understand that herself. Is she saying we're going to beat him, even having been shown all that? No, that's wrong. What kind of stupid thing I'm saying? She's not saying that we can beat him. From the start, she hasn't held out any hope of that. I see. Yeah, we're not going to beat him in order to win. I should have realized that from the very beginning. We do not have any choice but to beat him, do we? That's all there is to it. She's saying that if we don't want to die here, We don't have any choice except to defeat that monster. Exactly, but it's not as if our situation is as hopeless as all that. Even Berserker should have taken some kind of injury after his fight with Archer. And I brought all the jewels that I have been saving up, so if Saber is able to recover, we can at least come up with a plan or two to get out of here. In the uncensored versions, she says something else, yeah, and I want to discuss that something else later. It's important. But for now, let's see what the new version is like. If we look at it from the other side, now that Berserker is injured, this is our best possible chance to take out Illya's build, don't you think? But we don't have any way to recover Saber, who's at the center of this plan, do we? We can't even heal her reliably in a place like this, right? No. Whether we can heal Saber or not has nothing to do with the place. Saber's just weak because she's out of magic energy. If we could just supply her with a certain amount of magical energy, then after that she'd be able to use her abilities for us just like she could before. At Tosaka's explanation, I remember last night. Tosaka said that Saber's magical energy is mostly empty. That's why, in order to supply Saber's magical energy... Look, if you want to save Saber, you have no choice but to make her attack people and force her to eat their souls. And there's only one answer. Use your command spell, Emiya-kun. If you do that, you'll be able to avoid the war scare.
What is this ghostly dead?
It's just a memory, you know? I have 2 command spells left. Using these, I can force her to attack people, eat their souls, and supply her with magical energy. If Saber doesn't recover, we can defeat a Berserker, and if we can beat him, we'll just be beaten instead. I steal a glance at Saber lying on the bed. At this rate, all I'll be doing is making her suffer, but that's... No, Tosaka. Even so, I'm still against forcing Saber to attack people. Flash what? Yeah, this time I agree with you. Huh? If this were a different place, I probably could have suggested that. But here we are in Illya's Biel's back garden. There aren't any human souls here. Inside the castle there might be people besides Berserker and Illya's Biel, but going to look for them could be like going off to die on our own accord. So in order to make her eat anyone, we'd have to get out of this forest first. That'd be putting the cart before the horse. That's right, Tosaka nods. I'm thankful I don't have to make Saber attack anyone, but in that case, just where exactly are we supposed to get the magical energy to supply Saber from? Then what are we doing to do, Tosaka? Is it a problem that I can't supply Saber with magical energy in the first place? There is a way. I already explained that to you yesterday, didn't I? Well, I guess it's the day before yesterday now. That there are only a few ways to share magical energy with a servant outside of sharing magic. Back then, well, I didn't think we'd end up in this situation, so I didn't say anything, but... Huh? I recall our conversation from yesterday. Now that you mention it, certainly. Well, there should be a path that was formed between you and Saber when she was summoned. So there might still be a way.
Not every flashback needs an echo.
I have a feeling that Tosaka said something like that. I remember. There's a path between us, so there should be a way to do without using magic or something like that. No, did I say something wrong? Back then I was still shocked at the idea of making Saber attack people, so I might have misheard? Tosaka, is there a way? Yeah, I suppose there is. There are 2 ways that I can help you with. Considering our situation, we'll have to use the cruder one. I am still nervous, you know? I am still extremely nervous.
Like, are you having the same like worry that I am, which is like, okay, how censored?
No, I don't have a worry. I have the irrational worry that somehow it's gonna switch to the like other version, you know?
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Look, Saber doesn't have enough magical energy because the path between you and her is incomplete. In order for us to make her recover, we have no choice but to reform that path into a complete one. Certainly if we could do that, that'd be the best, but I don't know how to make a path or anything. In the first place, this has been a problem ever since Saber was summoned. If a line for supplying magical energy had been formed then, we couldn't have ended up in this predicament. Oh, the replacement scene isn't sex at all, but the sex scene will be pretty obvious if it starts happening. There's plenty of foreplay. Okay, thank you.
God bless. God bless.
I appreciate knowing that. Just mid-sentence in chat changes to assume the scene of them going full plaid.
Oh god.
The idea itself is simple. We'll get you and Saber into a sympathetic state and retouch the spiritual path between you. Outside of breaking your contract or resummoning her, that's the only way to repair it. In order to do that, we're going to transplant your magic circuit into Saber. Okay. Okay. Look at that. It's
science.
It's surgery. Sharpie, don't look at the chat right now. Don't look at that. I need to explain that properly later, you know?
Are you telling me not to look at chat?
Yeah. Like,
alright.
There we go. One moment. I've been putting that off for so long. It is something I really want to talk about when we finish the actual scene, you know?
Heard.
You can look now, by the way, I deleted it.
Okay.
Transplant my magic circuit into Saber? Don't worry, Sharpie. In order to make the path between you and her like new, we don't have any choice but to transplant a spiritually important organ. If Master and Servant are borrowing the power of the Holy Grail, then a path won't be formed unless we form a bond between you just as strong. In order to do that, we'll transplant the Master's magical circuit into the Servant. If we don't do at least that much, then your energy won't be able to reach Saber. It's worth discussing on its own, Lmao, yeah. Magic circuits. A structure without which one can be a mage. That contains a small source and allows the large source to function. They are the heart of a mage's existence, and without them, you can produce the magical energy that is the source of all magic. For a mage, they are more important than one's own lifespan. You could even say that they are the value of one's own existence itself. Transplanting a circuit from the Servant into the Master is too dangerous. If you transplanted a circuit from a Ghostliner and a heroic spirit on top of that, even into the body of someone who was dying, all you'd get is violent rejection. In that case, the only choice we have left is to transplant your magic circuit into Saber. But that's the same as tearing out the nerves that stretch through your body. If we did that, there could be a burden on the one it's being transplanted from. Tearing out your nerves is the same thing as tearing off a finger or an arm. That's you, that's Saber.
Oh fuck. Rin, please wait. For Shiro, that's much too.
If we don't, none of us are going to survive. Knowing you, you ought to understand that, Saber. So that they don't notice, I stifle a sound from my throat. So that I don't get the order of priorities wrong. If what I can do and what I should do are clear, then I don't have any time to hesitate. Osaka, will that work? I'll make it work, but just because I'll make it work doesn't necessarily mean that it will be safe. I don't have the slightest intention of allowing it to fail, but even if I succeed, Saber is still taking your magic circuit. It will probably produce an agony and a feeling of loss that will make you wish that I had failed. You love that you can tell they're cropping an H scene image for the fucking headboard. Basically, he will never reach his full potential as a mage by doing this. Yeah, but it's okay. He will be saving someone. This boy is so willing to just give parts of himself, don't worry.
He was already a terrible mage, it's fine.
Don't worry about it. If your magic circuit is taken from you, you'll be having one of your second nerves blacked out, losing a magic circuit, having a part of your soul carved out, and losing the spiritual completeness of your body. For a mage, that carries the meaning of a fatal defect. You'll never be able to make the part that you lost whole again. My hope that even if I'm inexperienced, that if I keep learning, one day I can be a proper mage, will be lost here. Having lost a part of the magic circuit, that is his foundation, no matter how he struggles, Shiro will be a novice for the rest of his life. I like the stakes of this one, you know, instead of a sex scene. I really like the stakes. I know to myself. That's all.
Back reviewing her favorite restaurant. I really like the stakes.
In that case, if I can save Saber, that's for the best. Alright. Let's do it, Hosoka. That was fast? But no, it's good that you've come to a quick decision, but did you really understand what it is we're doing here? I understand. You told me about it yourself, didn't you? You can't possibly understand. Look, in order to save Saber as a mage, it's like I'm telling you to die, so how can you agree like that without even trying to argue about it? I'm telling you, I don't have any objections. I'm agreeing with you because this is the best plan you could come up with. Have some more confidence in your own plan, Tosaka. If you panic like that, you will start making me nervous. Sorry, Shiro. You do his food so we're going to put you up. Like, Shiro could be having the time of his life right now, right? Right now, Shiro could be having the best day of his life, and we are going to put him through endless agony.
I'm going to pull your nerves out of your body, Shiro.
Besides, if we don't do this, Saber won't be able to fight Berserker, right? Die for someone else? Sign me up! To him, this is the same as sex. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying, isn't it? Right? Besides, it's not as though we haven't lost someone already. For the sake of the time he bought for us, we have to fight, and we have to win. His back told me to go. He was a disagreeable bastard, but if he offered up his body to protect Hosoka, then I can't chicken out now. Fine. Let's get started, Shiro. Are you ready to, Saber? We're talking about transplanting my magic circuit into you, but...
Yes, if that's your decision, Master.
There's neither affirmation nor rejection in her voice. Fucking cropping, please! Just her downcast eyes look as though they are sunk in regret. The fucking... I can't stop thinking about it. I have my I am going to pull OBS and I have my finger ready to remove the game capture just in case, you know? Apparently, Osaka is going to make the preparations for the transplant. I don't know anything about that kind of magic ritual in the first place, so I don't have any choice but to leave the prep work up to Tosaka. The cameraman is struggling. Let's start with Saber. Shiro, you'll keep your magic circuit on and do your best to keep your mind focused while you wait there, okay? I close my eyes and switch on the pseudonerve inside my body. While holding a fucking Glock to the back of the head of the cameraman. Thanks to Tosaka's instruction, I become able to fluidly switch my circuit on and off, but... What is it censoring? It's the fucking maids! It's the fucking maids! I'm sorry, I'm dying. It's the fucking maids! You don't remember that? I'm going to turn off the game capture for 1 second here. Just in case. Is this how they censored it? What? Wait a minute, I'm just going to... Just in case, just for 1 moment. A white flower is entangled with a red one. What is that? What is that? Wait a minute. Something is going... No, I can't... Why is that? Something is going on. Something is going on. 1 moment. 1 moment. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Censorship is shown to not show anything, so that's good. But give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me go back to normal English. 1 moment. Oh, it is a new patch. What? 1 moment. Okay, okay, that is part of it. That is actually part of it. The censoring is just different in the other font translation. I want you to see. 1 moment. 1 moment. I need to go back for you all to see.
We're all so tense.
1 moment. I need you all to see the difference. See, this is the different version of the translation and what they're showing in this one.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. A red flower entangles itself with a white flower. Tosaka gets on top of Saber, who cannot move, and casually, brazenly, moves her finger across Saber's slender body. Wait, Tosaka, what are you going to do to Saber? I'm trying to get her to relax. The success rate is going to drop unless Saber relaxes. You know, like, this is being boys, right? This is part of it, you know? I am so tense. I'm so tense right now. I'm going to just in case, you know. Some of the language sure is the same. It sure is. I'm going to block this out just in case. I will go back and show the video as soon as I'm clear that this is going to be fine, you know? Also, hello, Jade. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Continue on. Okay. Then, let's take off your clothes, Saber!
No!
Huh? Are you all like, it's boys, so like, you guys said this is the... It's fine, there's no nudity in the newer version. I'm just going to leave it like this for a little bit. Don't get so surprised about every little thing. We just need to take off part of your clothing. Transplant of magic circuit is integration of body and mind. We have to make sure of maximum contact and reduce any screening. I'm just wary, you know. Don't worry. Tosaka is serious and calm. The only ones flustered are Saber and I. Even the change content gets a little spicy.
Hold on, Rin. I can do this myself.
Don't say that when it's painful just to raise your arm. Oh, Mia-kun, could it be that you want to take her clothes off yourself as a duty of the master?
It's like just like the little bit of like oopsies with the translations have me so on edge.
Right, yeah? I stopped myself before I called her an idiot. With the joke aside, that's something I'm not suited to do. I can't stay composed if I have to do such a thing. Sorry, I'll leave her to you. Good. So you take your clothes off too, Shiro? Oh, you just need to take off your top. I'll kill you if you take your bottom off too! The secret is that Nasu's non-porn writing is hornier than his porn writing. I can't tell if she's serious or joking. Anyway, it seems I need to take off as much clothing as I can to come in contact with Saber. Okay.
Shiro, could you turn your back for a while?
Oh my fucking god, I'm so on edge now because of all of this.
It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine.
Okay. Tell me when you're done. I turn around, take my shirt, and fold it up. I even fold the sleeves so I could put it in a drawer if I wanted to and try to hide my nervousness. Are you alright, Saber?
Yes, I feel much more relaxed, but...
Yes. I have to calm down! I have to calm down! I try to suppress my fear while acknowledging how hard the transplant of the magic circuit is and how much loss and pain the process involves. This is Rin just lying to Saber and Shiro. She just wants to see sex. This is just a passing point. The thing I should be scared of is the fight against Berserker after this. See how immersive this is? Yeah. Hey, Shiro. Okay. Okay, it's fine.
Okay,
It's actually fine. It's actually fine.
We're fine.
Her shirt is undone. It's fine. It's fine. Saber's skin is like new fallen snow or marble. With the front of her blouse hanging open, Saber is so beautifully deborted and profane.
This is very tasteful, Stoney, I agree. This is fantastic.
I suddenly forget to breathe. I've seen her skin before, but the Saber in bed right now is unlike any Saber I've ever seen. I'm just being a little bit, trigger happy here. Damn, she white. It's because of the weird tension. With myself aside, Saber's acting strangely too. Before she was acting normally, even when I saw her skin. Okay. This way, Shiro. Get on here and get on top of Saber! It feels like I'm moving a borrowed body. I'm walking to the bed, but stepping on the rubble doesn't feel realistic. Saber? I'll take it until you choose sympathize. And you do it after that, but make sure not to take too much. The less you take, the less burden there will be on Shiro. We're talking about circuits. We're talking about circuits.
Talking about magic circuits. There is nothing else going on right now.
I am actually so curious what the new fan translation patch does with this scene.
Can't wait. Understood. Please go ahead, Rin.
Ring guide in the hips. The conversation doesn't come into my head. I have my hands full on steadying my breath. Okay, just fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Every time there's a scene transition, I can hear you flinch.
I have a setup where I can immediately click to We get even closer. We're so close that her skin is almost touching. I feel her weak breathing. I support myself with my arms and my body is too close to her. Change preparation. Stupefaction. Trance. Union. Commands. That is the least sexy thing you could have said, Rin.
Stupefaction.
Her spell starts. I shake off useless thoughts and clear my mind so I can sympathize with Saber. Yeah, this is the censor's version. This is the censor version. Do you remember that clip I sent to you of that guy parrying the nuke? I feel like you are clenching hard enough you might accidentally parry the planet out from underneath you, trying to block the CG. Rin! Rin! Can you blame him? Can you
We're
blame...
talking about magic circuits. We're talking about magic circuits.
Can you blame him right now? Taurus root open. The only thing I can see is Saber's face. She's already in meditation. I can't keep my eyes open forever. I close my eyes reluctantly. And with that, I think we are clear. I guess we finally got stiff. I can't.
It's more.
I meant it's a narrow port road, yeah? Oh, we're about to
I think Sidani said it best. Dong.
Yeah. Call me the Evergreen because I am going to block this port road. My senses are becoming vague. The sense of floating that I feel every night when I construct the magic circuit. The feeling of my mind escaping my body and being flung away. But it goes in the opposite direction this time. Taurus root could be an innuendo too. Yeah, donut! It usually goes out my back, but my mind's escaping out of my chest right now. 5 senses are functions of the body. My sense of hearing should go away once I'm out of the body, but my ears are hearing Saber's breathing sharper than before. It's going out the front! The gentle breathing is starting to become lively. The sound of the rapidly beating heart. The sound of blood flowing through the veins. I slip out of the shell called Emiya Shiro and slide into her body. Wait, it's a metaphor? It's a metaphor. Don't worry about it.
Oh boy.
Don't worry about it. My mind sinks even deeper. I converge, swirl, shrink, and become a strong crystal to enter her. Beat, warm breath. Touch her mind, not her body.
Shiro.
It kind of feels like one a little bit. A voice like a bell. I answer the voice. My mind completely breaks away from my body.
This reminds me of the weirdly tasteful sex scene in early Arcane with Jace.
Oh god.
All just the bright starry imagery, and it's again tasteful.
My senses completely transform. I have no arms, no legs or self. I run naked. It feels like I'm running back in time. It rather feels like I'm being left behind. It accelerates. Body, personality, order, law. I become a dart and penetrate through numerous barriers between boundaries of individual. Sparks fly from the circuit. Sensation of reaching the speed of light freezes me. There was a little bit of naked Shiro there, you know? She do be naked! He do be naked!
He do be kinda naked.
But that's fine. Oh, this is really cool though, actually.
It's just sick as fuck.
It's as I'm passing by a human life in a second. Magic circuits is a part of the soul, so we are technically seeing the perspective of Shiro's magic circuits that he sacrificed. The concentrated life is heavy and therefore cruel. No matter how the life is, it passes by in an instant. It's unbearable to stare at it direct on. Therefore, my emotion is anesthetized and freezes. This is what it's like to go on a journey with only the mind. I realized what an excellent insurance the weight called the body was. Visualization of foundation of magic. Digitalization of human. Several hundred organs are connected using several billion connections. The infinite complex pattern is a highway made of simple repetitions. The distant future that eventually is. It's like a vehicle going through an illuminated city without any life. Here, the present time passes by at light speed. Oh god. Oh god, hi. They're supposed to be giving me an out-of-body experience. Please. This is actually really cool though. I'm enjoying this.
I'm like enraptured right now.
Eternity in an instant. I pass through the final boundary. Beyond this is inside her. I will see the magic circuit owned by the existence called Arturia. Oh boy. Here it is. We're going in. We're going in. The change is extreme. The vast world filled with light is cut off in an instant. It's dark and heavy here. Pressure compresses my outline. The air is too dense and it feels as if I'm underwater. My body is slowly sinking, accompanied by pain as if squashed by a strong force. The path is deep and I can't see the bottom. It feels like I'm falling through massive darkness into an even denser darkness. The fact that instantly I went past thousands of miles feels like a lie. Now I'm suffering for an eternity to go a mile. I feel no hope nor light ahead. Is this really Saber's magic circuit? It's greatly different from mine. They say the shape of magic circuit and the number of paths are different for each person, but this is different. It's not about skill or ability. It seems Saber's magic circuit is fundamentally different from that of Omega's. Path rumbles. Each time my small self is almost crushed. I don't know what kind of magic circuit Saber has, but I know that the sympathizing spell is working. This isn't a failure. This place is dark and heavy unlike Saber, but this isn't an impure place. It's so full of life. Flowing air is blood and also a swirl of magical energy. I realize that I've forgotten to breathe. It may be because there's no need to. Sinking is painful, but not life-threatening. I look up at the darkness I fell through, and it feels like it's a distance I can't go back. First of all, I can see anywhere in this darkness. Even a slow fall seems infinite. This is really cool, actually. The weight of the air changes. The speed of the sun decreases even more. I narrow my eyes at the brightness of the darkness. There is an end to this infinite path. I feel Saber's warmth and breath. That's the final destination. I reach the source of Saber's magic circuit, The mental world that Oh god, the fall is actually making me dizzy there. But the scenery is beyond my understanding. The core of a star. The embodiment of fire that breathes deep underground is here. Not a sound. The red surface of the lake is swirling, but stays silent without splashing around. Huge shadow is in the bottom of the lake. The eye of fire perceives the small intruder. A foreign body is still a foreign body, even if its master allowed it inside. In this core, my mind is only a piece of trash that disturbs its function, or a piece of wood to light the fire. I swallow my breath that I do not need. I stare at the full scenery. This is Saber's magic circuit. A heart that exceeds humans and is fundamentally different from ours, which is imagined from lines and circuits. This place is a reactor core. If a Magus' body is a machine which creates magical energy, this place is a factory which creates magical energy. But the core isn't active. The starting key to make the core turn, the source of energy to provide the first turn, is not there. There is such a great amount of magical energy and an enormous magical core, but there isn't enough magical energy to activate the core. It rises to the surface. Stalled sea of gasoline. No matter how much undiluted magical energy there is, it's meaningless without a fire to burn it. It doesn't matter how small the fire is. This core will resume activity once the path to send magical energy is connected. It looks similar to Stonehenge, a little bit.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
For that, I think transcending human knowledge awakens. The many paths running across the lake swirl up. The red atmosphere shoots up and becomes pillars. Or is this how it is inside a thundercloud? Oh.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
What?
The raging sound of the waves is so huge that I already cannot perceive them with my hearing. Hey, do you remember? Do you remember what the surname of Arthur is?
I think so, but can you tell me so I don't sound stupid if I'm wrong?
It is Arthur Pendragon.
I thought so.
Yeah? Just like how something so huge cannot be seen, its roar is just like silence.
That's so fucking sick.
The thing appearing from within the blazing core is an embodiment of all the threats to mankind. The Red Dragon of Britain. Oh,
that's so fucking cool.
Oh my god. Oh, it's on the flag. It has been said, the king is a red dragon symbolizing Britain. The child of the sacred star carrying phantasmal blood in a human body. Dragon, the symbol, fear, and king of numerous phantasmal beasts. Appearing sometimes as evil, and sometimes as a god, the highest of all beings.
I'm gonna cry, this is so cool.
That is what is in Saber's unconsciousness. It is an absurd true nature that is appropriate for the best servant. Oh, the cauldron is opened. The too brutal fang fills my vision. Resistance is meaningless. A mere human cannot defend against it. A mere human's intelligence cannot think of running away. It must have been that hungry. With bloodshot eyes, it bites down on food that is small as dust and eradicates all words.
Oh, that's...
Come to think of it, why isn't food on the table alive? It doesn't even need to be said. It cannot vary if it's alive. We know that food is better fresh, but it's still dead because it's too cruel to keep it alive. In short, despite appearances, edible meat preserves the dignity of life. Screams and rage boil up. I forget who I am and roar like a beast. I appeal my pain. Hatred builds up. I resist with bare sensation. As I am bitten on, I beg for mercy like a sinner being crucified. My senses vanish. I drop all goals and meanings. Keeping sanity here is as distant as the time of creation. Excessively powerful pain and pressure, and the instant I can only perceive this creature as a monster. I recall her figure, hanging her head, believing that I can withstand this hell. I recall the meaning of this pain. I accelerate the significance of this anguish. I fully realize why I came to this place. I breathe out and stop resisting. The one I should fight against is not the dragon's fang, but the pain within me. I didn't come here to get away from the pain. I'm here to save her from pain and to answer to the trust she kept many times. Thus, as I cannot fight, I'm here to give her the best answer I can give. There's no pain I can describe anymore. I'm not reaching out to my destroyed senses. I stay quiet as if I'm asleep and sharpen my senses. Eternity is an instant here. If that is the case, I can stay conscious if I can withstand the pain even for an instant. Alright, then. I have no fear. I shall dedicate this pain to you, the one who is fighting. They're going magic circuits! Oh!
This is so cool.
Pain disappears in an instant. The red dragon is gone, and my consciousness rises. Did it grow light because I lost some of it? As if returning to the surface, I get away from the core against my will. Wait, I had to check something before that.
Bonfire lit?
Oh. How warm. The core is burning golden with a low sound. The delicate magic circuit is glowing with all the colors of the rainbow, restarting the circulation. The fire has been lit. Even though I may be an amateur magus, I was able to fulfill my role as her master. I surrender my body to the soaring wind. I catch a glimpse of a distant memory. A figure holding a sword, and a figure dancing in the field. Which did I find familiar? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was so fucking cool. Oh my god.
That was so incredibly cool.
That was so sick. Oh my god, I love Fate so much.
Oh my fucking god. I was so nervous and awkward leading up into it, but that was actually fucking incredible. That was incredible.
That was so good.
That was so incredibly good.
Oh my god. I
feel,
fucking love Fate so much.
I feel the sun on my eyelids and open my eyes slowly. Touching my body with my dizzy mind. My limbs are still there. I don't feel any wound on my body. Maybe the pain went away when I endured it. My mental wound that could have been a trauma is healed as well.
Shiro.
Yeah,
Shiro.
I hear a weak voice from under me. Huh? The feeling of her soft skin instantly makes me realize who she is and what we're doing. The immediate... oh! Saber is lying on the bed with an untidy blouse, and Tosuka is curled up and asleep. Tosuka's alright, but Saber has been under me dressed like this. Good morning, Saber! Not convinced that all wasn't also sex, to be honest. Honestly? That was sexy as hell. Right?
That was so rude. Oh my god.
Mm.
That was so fucking good. I have so much to talk to you about after this is over, but
We started the stream with one of the worst scenes in the game so far, and now we are at one of the best scenes in this game so far. The highs and lows.
this is our reward for dealing with the start of the stream.
Yeah?
Good morning, Shiro.
An awkward greeting. Did you want to leave it here?
That would probably be best.
That would probably be for the best.
Oh.
We will start.
Oh, shit.
We will start the next day, next time, baby.
That was so good.
Nah, wait. Is there something we could get to very quickly that could be a better stopping point? There's one scene in Europe. Oh, do you mean about the like better scenes? Never mind. Okay. Wait, no. I actually don't know because of the delay which one you're saying yeah to. Can you fully type out the sentence? You think this is good? Ah.
I think we should ignore chat and just call it here.
Okay.
I think they're not being helpful.
Also, you didn't see it. You didn't see it, Anya, but while we were going through that, every single time there was a transition, I just clicked the game capture and turned it off like this to a black screen and then back on. Just in case there was something in the screen. Just in case. Okay. So, do you feel enough of a vibe to discuss what happens in the other route?
So, okay. Part of me is like, should we talk about it or should we save it for a special, like, After Dark stream?
Oh my god, do you wanna do that?
I could be persuaded, I think.
Oh, do you wanna do that?
I think that could be kind of fun, yeah.
Chat, we're going to be doing a After Dark version of these streams and we're going to actually read the scenes. Anya, we're going to read the scenes. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, no, I know what's up.
Oh, it's gonna be awful. Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
It's gonna be so awkward, and I expect it to be a ton of fun.
Do you wanna save all of them together? Because I don't think how many sex scenes are there? There are 2 in this route. I checked ahead of time. This was the first one.
Good question.
Because there could be a lot of it. So
I feel like
that's a commitment, you know.
Breaking them up could be better.
Yeah, and you know what? If we record it, I can like do bleeps and censor the screen, and we can just like upload sexy highlights to the Fate route, you know, like part 14.5.
That sounds like an absolute blast. I think I would love that.
Yeah. We will be playing these on the Discord server for the server itself, and we will be like actually recording the stream, and then we will upload them to YouTube, and YouTube will fucking kick my nuts.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. That was really funny.
Doing them by route is reasonable. That could be, yeah. Like, once we finish the Fate route, we, like, do that. And, like, we can go back. Like, we can do, like, the Safe for Work extra episode where we go back and check all of the bad endings. And then the not Safe for Work extra episode where we check the actual sex scenes, you know?
Sounds acceptable to me.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, I have definitely heard that. But how cool was I knew the Red Dragon core. That was something I knew, and I also knew that there was talk that the sex scene in this route had been replaced by Shiro Dragonborn. I knew that, but I was not ready. That was incredible, actually.
That was one of the coolest, most evocative, and well-presented visually things I've ever seen in my life.
The way the dragon had multiple parts to actually spread out the wings, and it was like with the split like screen versions.
And also, Wack, you know this about me. I fucking love dragons.
You do.
I was so excited.
Our Toria Pendragon has the core of one, so obviously it's gonna manifest like that, you know?
Literally. It's so fucking cool. Oh my god.
It's so incredibly cool. Okay, we're not going to be, I'm going to pause for a moment. We're not going to be checking the horn, you know? We're not going to be checking the porn right now. However, I am going to go back. I'm going to go back through the scene that I just skipped very quickly on the new translation patch and see how they handle the rest of the censors, because I am very curious one moment. Because that was so fucking funny. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe the censor they chose to go with was the fucking porn CG with the maid's head censoring it.
That was kind of special, I think.
Heavens feels sex scenes are the only ones that are actually better than the Rialto Nua version. That's interesting, huh? Wait. What was that? That feels like another one. Wait, no, that does feel like another one, right? Like a cropped one?
I have no idea.
One moment. I know you cannot see anything, chat. We're checking this out of academic curiosity on stream.
This is for science.
This is for science.
If we didn't do it, who would?
Okay, this is the headboard. Yeah. One moment. Shh. Okay, we are back to the actual very silly censorship of it, you know? Yeah. We have seen all of this. I'm just trying to see what the bastards who did this translation have done to it. Nothing here.
Nothing here.
Nothing so far. It seems like that was the only offender, apparently.
Oh, and then we have just like the normal.
Yeah, that is the tasteful open blouse one.
Taste.
Which I have a feeling is like the like I have a feeling there's more to this, right? Like that is
that's the wind up.
Yeah, that is the CG1 to a series of like 3 CGs. That's how it feels to me. That literally was the only one. They scared me.
There's also a lot more German.
That's a lot more German.
That's all German.
Yeah. Please read it.
Es gibt niedrige Instanzen, ist nah uns die Vergangenheit. It's been a long time since I took German.
I'd appreciate it though. A lot more German. And after this point, I doubt there's anything else, because this is already inside of the magic circuits. And then going into Sabers and the dragon, yeah. Literally, that was the only one.
Word.
No, the old translation gets rid of Rin's German magic. The one I was using was the old translation, because I did that just in case, because there was, like, the jump scare, right? There was a porn jump scare.
We were being safe, just in case.
I was being safe because it's a beta version, and I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure.
Did you just call Shiro a beta? What the fuck, Whack?
The Sigma male grinding his fucking bones to dust. Oh, okay, we can actually finish this up and go back to the night.
That was fantastic.
That was incredible. That was incredible. That was incredible.
I say this every week. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Also,
I'm having the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
Oh, thank you, hon. I really appreciate it. And I want to say, remember how I said I was aware of the dragon stuff going on?
Yes.
I assumed this was the chapter because of the name of the chapter being Dragon's Lay. And that is why I chose the title of the stream to be more like a Dragon Layer. But I
was going to ask about that.
I preempted the game doing this. I knew it was gonna happen, so I just went ahead and, like, put it.
She's fantastic. Thank you for your service.
I am very happy you've been enjoying, and Jesus Christ, I will be so happy to kill Heracles next time.
I'm having literally such a good time with this fucking series. It's so fucking cool.
And then, okay, so once Berserker is out of the picture, Rider, Berserker, and Archer are gone, which means it will be only Assassin, guarding the temple, Caster, which we have not seen yet.
I was going to say, haven't we not even met Caster yet?
And Lancer. That's gonna be a lot, huh?
This is going to be a lot, yes.
Oh god, I'm so excited.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
And we didn't... no, actually, we did finish the day, but it's like 2 days in one. But, like, we did finish the day and start a new one.
And by technicality, yeah.
So technically... There's not that many days left.
There's not that many days left. I never thought I'd get this far.
God, I'm so excited. There's gonna be... Oh, we're like so close. We're like, I wanna say, like, before the... Like, we are definitely going to finish the Fate route before part 20. Definitely.
Oh, for sure. I presume if we're that close.
Okay. I'm just not gonna gush, and I'm literally stimmy right now. I'm sorry.
Also, to answer the question in chat, the After Dark thing will be TBD.
Yeah, the After Dark thing will be eventually. When we do it, we will upload, like, a censor version, and we will be like...
But if you want to see it live, I presume we're going to communicate about when it's going to happen before it happens.
I maybe will not post it on the community tab on YouTube, but I will definitely post about it on Twitter, and on my Tumblr as well, and I will be, like, announcing it on the Discord server, and so, like, it will be announced in advance, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
That's gonna be so good. I hope you're all ready to hear the worst possible noises. And...
I'm so excited, I cannot fucking wait.
I'm just thinking back to some of the things I know that happen in those scenes, and I am not fucking ready.
I've heard a lot of things about very notorious lines.
Oh, you have heard some of them?
I don't know if I have, is the thing.
Oh, please tell.
So, no, considering the fact that I don't have any information, the less I think about it, the better.
Okay, good. You will be going in blind about it, and we...
I will say what I do know is that the writing is notorious.
Yeah. Also, one thing I've noticed, I do not know if it happens in the... I think it happens in the BN version as well, but... we haven't even gotten the people die when they're killed, like, quote in the actual, like, BN yet. That must happen later on.
People die when they're killed.
Like that is from the Dean Fate Root anime.
Which doesn't sound like it's very good from what I keep seeing people talking about in chat.
There is that scene we just went through. It's a really bad CG dragon, apparently.
Oh god, I love mid-2000s CGI in anime. It is the best thing ever. Whenever I watch through Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, whenever we see Envy in his big fucking stupid monster form, I get so excited.
You had a friend who streamed the H scenes on Twitch and almost got through the entire route, but the snitches came into the stream. I doubt YouTube allows even with a 18+ tag. I'm gonna have to censor greatly.
Yeah.
What site could I upload the uncensored versions to? Do you think it could make a... Do you think it's worth it to actually make a Wakraya Elber Pornhub account to upload the playthrough?
Put our gameplay up there.
I could make a Wakraya Pornhub account and upload the full uncensored version of the BN.
Listen, I keep seeing CSGO videos, so it's not even like we'd be the weirdest people.
Oh my fucking god. I swear to Jesus Christ. Probably upload the uncensored Fear and Hunger version on there too. That's right, if I'm going to be doing that, I still have the full stream for my Echidna Wars video. This is starting to sound less like a silly thing, and more like a thing I probably should be doing, actually. Like, right?
I mean, yeah, like, I don't see a reason not to. It feels like a business move.
Okay, I'm making a Pornhub soon. You heard it here first.
Good lord.
Access it early on my OnlyFans. I could do that too. You're gonna play Fear and Hunger? You need to watch this. Yeah, I have been thinking about playing it at some point, and I was going to do the exact same thing. Play it on the Discord server, and just kind of have people join in the chat if they want. And, like, actually see what the fuck it is about. And I'm doing it there because I know it gets, like, a lot. I don't know how much or what happens in the game, but I know a lot happens. Enough to not be streamable without censorship. So, of course I want to do it without censorship. In fact, a friend of mine, a certain Dutch friend of mine, has been making a mod for Fear and Hunger that includes me as a character. All the character portraits and all of the status effects, including the one that he has shown me, the lovely Wakraya that is old and without arms. I have no idea what the fuck happens in this game, but that's a sprite, apparently.
I feel like having character be you is going to give you a complex of some sort.
What complex?
I'm not sure, but that can't be psychologically fantastic for you. I
am going to already be imagining it's happening to me. That's just gonna solidify it.
Yeah, you're right.
Hot 650! Listen. I am not going to go into any kind of detail right now because this is not the After Dark stream, even though it is After Dark, but like it's not the After Dark stream, but you all know how I am. That's not a secret. That is not a secret. That everyone knows.
You've always been so vanilla the whole time I've known you. You've been such just a completely normal person with normal interests and fantasies.
How I'm liking Fate so far? I am fucking loving it. Listen. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say this, right? I have been playing Fate Grand Order for a long time. And Fate Stay Night, I started playing it because I was going to play this first and then Lost Belt 6, Avalon Lefay, on FGO, but things got delayed and I didn't even start Fate Stay Night in time. So I just played Avalon Lefay first, right? And then I started playing this. I went with knowledge of what's going to happen in a lot of the, like, in various scenes that I thought was going to maybe dampen me a bit from the excitement of, like, realizing a few things. Which is part of why I talked with Anya here. Hi.
Hello.
Because she had no clue about anything Fate related, and I was like, hey, it could be, like, a cool dynamic, like someone who knows and someone who doesn't. And it is. But, like, I also got in being told by friends of mine that the Fate route is the worst of the three.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I have been told by friends of mine that the writing on the Fate route is the worst of the three.
What?
Yeah. And
no, that's actually so hype. Hang on, what?
And I went into the series expecting this route to be the one I was going to like the least. I was going under that assumption, and I've been fucking loving it. Right? You disagree so much? That's fair. That's fair. I've seen different takes since then.
I'm seeing different takes now.
I've seen different takes since then, and I know where those takes come from.
I myself don't know anything about Fate.
Yeah.
But
no spoilers.
I'm having so much goddamn fun.
Anyway, we will, at the end of the series, look back on where we have gone, like, from the very beginning, and just, like, which of the routes we like the best. But, like, we can have that discussion at the end when we experience the other two.
Oh, yeah.
But it is really fucking good. Like, I have been loving it. The fight scenes are solid. The characters and characterization is fun. The principal dynamic between Shiro and Saber is so good. It's so good.
I am personally obsessed with Saber. I fucking love her. Like, I know everybody is. No one's immune to Saber, but God, I fucking love Saber.
No one is. Okay, sorry, my OBS decided to start dropping the frames. I'm going to say, no one can be normal about Saber. That's just a fact. There's a reason why Saber is the face of the franchise. After you get all the tiger stamps, there's actually a full game retrospective that you could probably piggyback on. Oh!
Interesting.
Oh, I really like that. Ooh. You're normal about Saber, but you 100% get why other people are not normal, yeah? Yeah, worse and better is not a good categorization. You're not normal about Shiro x Saber. There's such a good dynamic, though!
Seconded.
There's such a good dynamic. Like, there is, like, I can see, right? I can see the chemistry that you can go for. Like, if instead of, like, liking Saber and Shiro, you like someone else and stuff. But, like, and I say this as a very poly person that thinks that Rin should also tap Saber, you know? Like,
Yeah,
exactly, Sedani. Like, I'm going to... But, like, the dynamic is really cool.
Yeah, like, monogamy is fake, but all this, I can get behind.
You think you're pretty normal about Saber, but then you know the characters you're not normal about. Yeah, I know. They're so fucked up and their fucked up works so well together. They just both will fucking die for each other.
And at the end of the day, that's all you need.
Oh, God, I love them. I love them so much, God.
Alright, I should probably get scooting.
This has been incredible, and I
This
hope
has been fantastic.
I hope to have you run next time, hon.
Oh, you definitely will. It just might be on a Saturday again.
See ya, hon. Thank you for being
Bye-bye.
here. Ma. There she go. There she go. I am... Chat. This has been an emotional roller coaster. Congrats on dodging the weather. Yeah, I will tell that to her later. I don't think I'm gonna last much more myself. That stream has been an emotional roller coaster. The fucking scene with Illya had me just like, oh god. Then, following that, there was the whole escape and the nerves of like the incoming fight and the idea of leaving Saber behind. Then the worry of it being the porn version, which it was fine, of course, at the end. And then one of the best scenes in the entire game so far. It's been genuinely wonderful. How about Strange Fake? Now, what are my impressions? Okay, I can do that. You know what? You want me to start rambling about my hyperfixation? I am going to be rambling about my hyperfixation. So, Strange Fake. For anyone who doesn't want spoilers for Fate Strange Fake, the cool light novel and then manga and now anime that's only one episode out so far. Holy shit, Pale Rider, what the fuck? I have a physical copy of it. I have only read the first volume, that is the first 6 chapters, from the prologue to the summoning of all the servants except Saber, finishing on the summoning of Lancer, and that is where the comic ended, for now. I am going to be checking the rest of the volumes online, because I don't have them, but I was reading this on my actual comic, and let me tell you, the summoning of Berserker and the summoning of Rider fucking kicks different, right? Because you're opening the pages and you're just opening into a pitch black page framed by knives, or like the sky dark and like 3 double spread pages of just the city getting darker and the booming voice in the background is so good. It's so good. I'm going to say, the character I'm the most excited to check into are both Jester and Francesca Prelati. Which, I have a bias, maybe. Maybe I have a bias for evil bastards, you know, chaos, evil bastards, and also trans people, apparently. So I'm like, can't wait for us to get a Berserker version of Jack the Ripper. It's very cool as a concept. I don't know how you could make it work as a servant in, say, like, Fate Grand Order. Yeah, both of them are trans, that's why I mentioned. I didn't know that Jester was trans at first. It was mentioned as I was, like, fawning about him. And, but I did know that Francesca Berlati is trans, or like, gender fluid genderfuckery. Like, she literally fucking dies and reincarnates in various bodies, and she has, like been across the spectrum, and she's, like, a woman right now. So, like, you go, gender. Hell yeah. Just do crimes, be evil. It's cool. Also, I like her eyes. She has the crazy... Okay. It was Dorothea at first. Oh, interesting. But yeah, one thing about Jester specifically, there's dead apostles. What the fuck do you mean there's dead apostles? And also, Ort is a fucking threat apparently, but like, this is not a pure Fate timeline. There's Tsukihime bits to it. There's vampire bullshit going on too. And I am so excited to actually experience little bits of Tsukihime. Also, I know that the Master... I haven't seen the Master of Saber yet, but I know that she is Like, she looks exactly like someone else from the franchise, but kinda isn't her. So I kinda wonder what's going with her. Changed his body to female because of Toko that kept killing him. Was that the reason? I have seen that Toko killed Francois Prelati like 30 times, I think, in a row. And she was like, please stop. I guess him at the time, but like, I didn't know that was the last death before being a girl. There's always Tsukihime bits going on, don't worry about it too much, lol. I want to play Tsukihime so bad. You know what I also want to play? I want to play Tsukihime, but I also want to play Mahoyo when it comes out on Steam in, like, September, I think? Wait, it's September already, my bad. October? Maybe November? But like, it's coming soon, and Mahoyo is really good, I've heard, and I'm excited. And I have never experienced, like, any part of Tsukihime despite being a huge Fate fan. So, like, I want to get into I want to get into more than just Fate. I want to get into more of the Nasuverse, because it generally is an incredible franchise. The Apostle Ancestors only exist in Tsukihime Bears and Strange Fake and maybe Case Files. There are some of the vampires, but I don't know if they are dead apostle as ancestors specifically in Case Files. I don't know the gambling guy. What is the name? Ban something? Ban something appears in Case Files. Tsukihime is arguably even better than Fate. Yeah, I've heard about that. Also, I know that Mahoyo was originally like a novel that Nasu couldn't like get published, but he was like, this is the best thing I've written, and like it was for like 10 years. And then you get to watch Carnival Phantasm. Yes. But before I watch Carnival Phantasm, don't I also need to experience what's the name? Hollow Atraxia? I still don't know what the relationship between Hollow Atraxia and Stay Night is. I know it's the game that came after. I don't know if it's a pure sequel. Ahoy is his first work, yeah. But it's his first work, but he didn't adapt it into a VN until after Fate and Tsukihime, right? Do I have that right? The timeline is very confusing. Sorry if I... You can think of it as a sequel. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That is so interesting, right? That is so interesting. I'm gonna change the music to something more calm. Saku's music is nice, but not fitting of the conversation we're having. But yeah, about Strange Fake right now, the only thoughts I have is that evil people are really cool. I really like the bullshit servants I've seen so far, because every single servant so far is bullshit in this one. And if anything happens to Rider's Master, I will actually just fucking go into Strange Fake myself and kill everyone in that Holy Grail war, because that girl deserves to live. Oh my god. I can't believe we have a worse parent. A worse set of parents than fucking Makiri Solian. How do you become a worse parent than the fucking bug guy? How? I do not understand how you become a worse parent than the guy that has the pit worm. The worm pit. I don't get it. But they did it. They managed. Oh god. I'm passionate about this. Servants and Strange Fake are written to stand a chance at least for a little walk against Gilgamesh. God, I love Gilgamesh. This is gonna be another spoiler for Stay Night. For those who haven't actually... For those who want to go into the rest of the series blind, I can't wait for Gilgamesh to show up. I can't wait for Gilgamesh to show up. It's gonna be fucked up. Ironically, watching other people go on about shit they like is one of your favorite things. Thank you. Speaking of things I like. Samurai Remnant in less than 2 weeks. 10 days. I mean, like 11, but like 10 days until Samurai Remnant. 2 weeks, chat. 2 weeks. 2 weeks and we start another Fate series in this channel. I can't wait to beat people up with Musashi. And also, fun fact, remember how we were talking about trans people? So, a lot of the like masters in Samurai Remnant are historical figures as well from the like period. Dorothea, the clock tower mage that comes to the waxing moon ritual with Assassin, that woman is actually descended from a real person who in history only had a son. So I am going to bet that Dorothea is fucking trans. I am calling it right now. Dorothea is evil and trans as well. which could be a concerning trend if it wasn't because like Fate fucks around with gender every chance they get. Saber is probably Yamato Takeru. Like, they definitely are. 100% sure. They are a saber face. And they wield, what's the sword? The grass cutter. God, I know what it is. And her name is also Dorothea, huh? Yeah. But yeah, right, Yamato Takeru. There's one thing, right? There's one thing about Yamato Takeru. All the promotional material for Yamato, Kusanagi no Tsurugi, thank you. All of the material for them has been in English, referring to them exclusively with they, them pronouns. And yeah, this could just be for like a revealing game where, oh, Yamato Takeru is a girl, like Artoria is not King Arthur. Well, she is King Arthur, but like, she is not a guy, she is a woman, right? It could be like a case like that, especially because, again, they are a saber face. But, wouldn't it be fucking cool if, like, the Japanese King Arthur was non-binary in Fate? Wouldn't that be so fucking cool, right? You know about Banfem? I know he's the gambling guy, like, I know he's at least like has a casino, and he's a dead apostle ancestor in Tsukihime Worlds, and he's also in Case Files. That is all I know about him. I do not know anything he does. Yeah. Oh, just a little bit of conversation, you know? Oh, I am so excited. He's the one who turned Jester into a dead apostle. Oh, that is interesting. He's also someone who killed Francois Prelati at some point. So I'm wondering if Prelati and Jester have any kind of connection off of the Holy Grail War. I guess I'll have to see. I still have to check the manga, and the manga is not caught up with the light novel, and the light novel is not over. So, like, that is just gonna be another thing I follow. He also knows Jester and Shiro. I do know about that. I do know about that because in the latest Case Files, we saw Shiro. Which is cool. I don't think we've seen a... Is it the first instance we've seen of post-Fate Stay Night Shiro? Because that's really cool. I know we've seen Rin in other parts of the franchise, but I don't think we had seen Shiro before. Which is cool to see him just doing stuff. You know? He deserves being like, He deserves being a little bit of a hero sometimes, maybe. I don't know what timeline this is, by the way. I don't know whether El Meloy Case Files follows Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, Heaven's Fields, or like none of them. And don't tell me, I don't want to know. The first time, if we exclude his alter verse, yeah, aside from the alters. Oh, it's... I'm excited. I'm very excited. There's also something I wanted to say about like more parts of the franchise than I complete. Right, I've been thinking a lot about Ritsuka from Fate Grand Order, and I was thinking, right, in the same vein that we have like Shiro in El Meloy Case Files. I kind of want a non-Fate Grand Order like Divergence. Like I want to see Ritsuka and like Chaldea as an organization interact with the mage organization so badly, because in Strange Fake, Flat Escardos goes like, oh, if I befriend the other 6 heroic spirits, even something like world domination couldn't be a pipe dream, right? Right? Like, Flat straight up was like, oh, if I befriend the entire Holy Grail War, I could literally, if I wanted, conquer the world. Ritsuka has 400 servants. Ritsuka has 400 servants contracted. Ritsuka could straight up just raise down the clock tower, and I don't think she would, or that she should, and I 100% think that the clock tower has enough bullshit going on that it could be a mutual, like a mutually assured destruction kind of deal. But also no Shiro. Ooh. I like that. I like knowing that. I will just have to check. I don't know what timeline this is. Fate fan theoretically talking about basically any piece of Fate media. That's part of the fun, though. That's part of the fun. Speaking of timelines and the Fate Grand Order timeline, isn't it fucked? Isn't it fucked how we go into the Fate Grand Order timeline and it's like, oh yeah, we like Chaldea happened because Marisbury Animosphere won the first Holy Grail War in Fujuki in 2004. And you're like, wait, shouldn't there have been 4 more before? And also this man did not participate in it? What is going on with this timeline? And we still don't know. I want to know the details of what the fuck is going on with the Fate Go timeline. Here's actually selling games to Flat and he tries to play with Waver. Oh, that's adorable! Especially after reading Strange Fake and realizing that Waver plays Japanese games too. We still don't know. There's a lot of speculation, and I've seen some really compelling theories. And I love what I've seen spoiled from the Japanese server, but I do not want to delve deep into it. I want to like save some of the surprises for when it comes to NA. But like I hear like every single thing I hear about Marisbury makes me want to choke the life out of him. That fucking bastard. Oh. Also, I very recently checked the animated OVA that was Moonlight Lost Room. Goodbye, little what? Bye-bye. And there was some really interesting stuff about Olga and, like, the Paper Moon and the Foreign God that was really interesting. That kind of pointed to a few things. Specifically also, apparently in Marisbury's notes, before the bleaching of Earth, he was already calling Team A as the Cryptors. And it's like, dude, what do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway, I should be going to... It's 2 a.m. actually. And I am extremely warm. You don't understand a word I'm saying. Don't worry, this is not for non-Fate ears. Maybe the foreign god is actually saying... I know the actual identity of the foreign god. I am not going to say anything, because I do not want to spoil things to people who don't follow Japan, like, news. But we know a lot more about what's going on with, like, the foreign god. After Lost Belt 7, I am going to not say anything, because I'm not going to be that person. But, ooh, there's some interesting things. I can't wait to go on a dinosaur adventure. Anyway, listen. Fate is a franchise that I love dearly, that is also deeply flawed. Yeah, I know. Fate is a franchise that I love deeply, but it's deeply flawed as well in, like, many places. But, like, it shines in so many more places than the flaws it has. And many times the flaws are, like, so little, it doesn't even matter. But, like, I've been having such a blast with every facet of this franchise so far, and I can't wait to keep going through it. Just ravenously like a fucking dog. Ah. But I should really be going now. Thank you all so much for letting me ramble like half an hour after the stream properly ended. And I will be seeing you all next time. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye.